When last we left our heroes, Borky the Orc Barbarian, Panic the Tiefling Bard, Task the Kobold Ranger, Greckles the Kenku Rogue, Remy the Kenku Fighter, and a newfound fishy friend in Zenryo the Triton Sorcerer, the party was split, with Remy held prisoner and the rest of the Unexpectables racing to the surface. While Remy stayed witness to the United Clergy of Orin's camp, the rest of the party made way to Canary's Perch. Meeting with the mysterious dwarf, the Quiet Man, the party learned that three factions had stay on the ship-laden island: the rough-skinned Tritons, the Fishers, composed of humans and other surface dwellers, and the Storm's Convergence, a combination of both Triton and surface dweller, led by Kulith Cascadia, a storm giantess. All of these groups hated each other and fought for dominance. Worse still, rumors abound suggest that Kulith Cascadia, the storm giantess leader, had been making trade with United Clergy of Orin, exchanging vessels for pilfered magical items. Following the Quiet Man's advice, the party headed eastward, climbing over the vast ships and gangplanks that composed the city itself. There, the party ran into Zeus, the Goliath escort, and Panic's escort from the Romantian. Zeus led the party to the safety of the Pleasures Adrift, a smaller establishment similar to the Romantian, with no ties to any gang in Canary's Perch. Following a lead, the party discovered that the Storm's Convergence was hiding a device that would allow people to travel under the water without being potentially noticed by the rough-skinned Tritons or Kulith Cascadia. After buying quite a few shots for a chatty Triton at the bar, Panic getting a very strong reminder of Zeus's talents, and Zenryo getting his fill of stroking the velvet carpet of the establishment, the party made way to a warehouse in the western docks and made their way inside, only to be met with a familiar deviled face and his now shiny bald head. The Crown Devil, seeking revenge on the party, got the drop and now poses to attack. Meanwhile, the brave knight Remy, subject to torment and starvation, was visited and cared for by the estranged Audrey, conflicted in her convictions with the clergy. While feeding Remy and giving him water, she was knocked unconscious by an exasperated Kiwi, who then freed Remy from his bonds and collected Audrey to escape the camp. With darkness closing in and the howls of wolves in the forest night, we turn back to Remy. So as you stumbled through the forest, Remy, with Kiwi, who Kiwi has basically been dragging Audrey, like he's got like each of her arms like on either side, and he's kind of like pulling her, and she's like just being like dragged like a blanket behind him. You are staggering, clutching your body. You are barely holding on right now to consciousness. The world is spinning. You can feel blood dripping from your nose, and your eyes feel sharp and they hurt. There's an ache there. And with each breath you take, you feel a ripple of pain that runs all the way up your sternum, up to your neck, into your teeth even. As you stagger, eventually the darkness kind of grips you, and you stumble forward and find rest in a bunch of freshly grown ferns. You smell the scent of wet grass as you slip into darkness.
Oh.
There's a moment of peace, of nothingness. And you feel something wet touch your face, like raindrops almost. And you hear a sound.
Okay, what do I hear?
You hear what sounds like crying, like...
I'm gonna get up, or at least attempt to open my eyes.
You trying to get up, you can't really move. But as you open your eyes, you see Audrey sitting above you. You see her hands kind of pressed to your temples, and she's currently healing you. I'm gonna roll and see how much she heals you for.
Okay.
Where is her sheet? Yeah, she's probably gonna heal you. Sorry, just give me a second. So you get healed for 22 hit points.
Okay.
As you kind of open your eyes, you currently see that Kiwi is holding her at knife point at the moment.
Nice.
He's got her dagger and is like pointing and like, it's like, that's right, you keep doing that. Just keep doing that. That's good. Just kind of like shaking from leg to the tip of his beak. As Audrey, who now that you see her face, you can see the mud's been kind of like wiped off But you can tell that she obviously landed really hard on her face. Her nose in particular, you can tell that there's some blood there, so she probably hurt her nose quite badly. And she's just got like the tear stains just running down the sides of her face as she's just kind of like healing.
Is she still crying or is she composed?
She's crying. She's petrified right now. She's being held at knife point, dude.
Am I able to speak? Can I move at all?
You can't really get up. You're still pretty sore, and you can even feel as she's healing you, your lung reinflate. You can feel shards of bone like coming back into place, but dragging the muscle along with them. You can feel tendons like snap, pull back into sockets. It's a horrendous feeling, but the moment it's done, you do feel better. But at this point in time, she's kind of doing a very general overall healing of you, and it hurts like a motherfucker. Okay. She just keeps going. She just keeps healing you. You can talk at this point. Oi, hey, how's it going?
Please put the knife away.
I'm sorry, whenever I'm under stress, I do illegal things.
Big same.
The eternal struggle.
Mood eternal.
Just please put whatever it is away.
But she'll run, Remy. She tried to
Then let her run.
Oh, but well, you can see him conflicted. He's like, heal friend, let girl go. Heal friend, let girl go.
If he doesn't do it, Remy is going to clench his teeth. Kiwi, put the knife away or I'm going to cut your arm off.
He drops the blade immediately. Immediately, Audrey grabs it. She just turns and quickly grabs it and just puts it in the hilt. She kind of like grabs the hilt, and she's wearing a robe, so she like pulls her collar and she drops the dagger into like basically her chest area where he can't really grab it. And like Kiwi's kind of like, oh, okay, well played, well played. Yeah, no, we're good. And there's kind of this tension and this silence for a second as you kind of close your eyes and wince. You still feel your fingers kind of snapping back into place. One orc in particular, when you were tied up, came over and just broke every single one of your fingers just for fun. You can feel them, your talons realigning, broken nails coming back, a crack in your beak seal. And there's this moment, this pause, and Audrey re-kneels down and she keeps healing you.
Hooray.
Yay.
5, 6, that's 11. 11. It's another 13 points of healing to you. You feel your spine kind of realign. That hurts a lot. But from that point, everything else is minor. It's bruises, it's cuts, it's things like that. And Audrey just kind of tucks some more rolled up ferns underneath your head as you kind of sit there.
What did he heal hit point wise for the...
You weren't keeping track of that?
Oh, no, I didn't hear the number. I'm sorry.
Oh, I think it was 13 to 14.
Oh, perfect. Okay.
I'll just say I can't remember off the top of my head. Numbers
Got
are
it.
bad.
I got it.
I got it? Okay.
Yep.
Audrey just kind of sits there and doesn't really say anything. And Kiwi's just like, I guess the fire's out of the question.
With what wood?
I mean, we're in a forest.
Then you're more than welcome to go pick wood. I'm sorry, my spine.
Just Remy. Just, have a little nap. It's fine. I'm not gonna die right away. He kind of like grimaces and turns and begins to pick up twigs off of the ground. And Audrey kind of looks at you.
Has she ever said her name in front of me?
You would have heard
I don't think
it.
she has.
The men have been saying it, and you've been able to kind of...
So I'm able to piece it together?
Yeah, they're not yelling at her, but they're very stern with her, given her behavior. So you've seen her where she looks at you, and you've just heard her paladin be like, Audrey, and like kind of call her back. her attention, more or less. So.
Your name is Audrey, yes?
Yes.
Why did you help me?
Because roll a persuasion check.
Okay. Yeah.
Do it.
Two.
no.
Not one.
Yeah, buddy.
Natural one.
Yep. I'm messed up. I don't have time to negotiate.
Smack her in the face.
She scowls at you. And she says, "Thanks to you, now I can never go back."
No, girl, you made the
I
choice.
am not a girl. I have a name.
Your name
You
is
know
what? Then?
it.
Audrey, yes, I know your name. I hear your paladin yell it when he calls you like a lapdog.
What difference is a lapdog and a soldier? And she kind of like jabs her fist, like slams her fist on your armor plate, like armor piece. Don't you reply to orders? Don't you march in a line? How are you any different than us? Besides the fact you think you're better than us.
Us. Because I believe in the people I follow. You clearly do not, or you wouldn't be in the wilderness with a traitor.
I did before. Stupid. Ugh, she like grabs a rock and flips it.
So peeved.
See what they did to the rock? She flipped the bitch.
She's so PO'd right now.
Oh, she's so peeved.
I'm so peeved.
I'm going to ask you a very direct question because we don't have a lot of time. Do you want to go back, or do you want to move forward?
I don't know, okay? I don't know.
Then talk to me, please. We're stuck out here in the middle of nowhere. Might as well talk.
What, you gonna tell me how everything I've worked for has been a waste of my time? My paladin
No.
sucks, okay? He's awful, and I hate him. But
Listen.
it's all that I know. It's like you and your country. It's all that you know. It's all that I know.
No, it isn't all that I know. I haven't been home for years, Audrey.
And yet for some reason you have such a stick up your butt. She kind of corrects herself.
Yes, I do. I admit it. But no one's perfect, all right? I admit it. But I don't need to sit here and question your decisions because I feel like you're doing it yourself. What I'm asking you is if you want to move forward or go back. Because I can help you go back to the camp, or I can help you move forward. You simply tell me what you want to do.
Roll a persuasion check.
Remy with the red fucking chair. How does this make you feel?
Soft 20.
I want to go home, but now I can't. I want my friends to go home, though. They shouldn't be here. We
Your
shouldn't
friends in
be
the
here.
clergy.
Yes.
So you mean the other clerics, I suppose.
And some of the paladins. We're just listening to what our leader wants.
And what does he want?
He wants what Orin wants.
And what does Orin want?
We're sent here to destroy a leftover taint from a calamity. That is what we were sent here to do.
Does this calamity have a name?
No.
All right.
There was no name for it. It's just a presence. There's been legends of things corrupting and Orin coming and cleansing it, and that is what we do. Athtar says if we fail this time, it could be the end of everything.
So then why do you attack ships in the water? Why take hostages? Why does he seek the offspring of Orin?
Offspring of Orin.
Solly, that's what he wants.
She's the daughter of Solar.
Well, yes. It doesn't sound like he's looking for Calamity if he's looking for her.
Salyandris has been corrupted by the very taint we seek to destroy, is what I'm told.
That's what you're told. Is it what you believe?
It's what our leaders believe.
That's not what I asked you. Is that what you believe?
I don't know Salyandris. I know nothing besides that she was not as strongly willed as other Azamar under our banner.
You're avoiding my question. What do you believe?
I believe I want to know what this taint is before I know for certain it needs to be destroyed.
Then may you see true by the light.
Don't quote my faith at me, please. She kind of like slaps your forehead and heals you again. You get healed for 7. That is basically it. She's gone.
All right.
For now, just... For now, I don't know.
I take it that means you're not going back.
I told you already, I can't.
Sure you can.
No, they're gonna take me away. They're gonna send me to the void. I can't.
No, you tell them you chased after us. I'll make your armor look like we had a fight. And you had to retreat. And you can tell us where we're going. Tell them where we're going.
Will you shut up? It's too late. I asked them to free you, okay? They know. They know I've changed, okay? They know. They're not gonna buy that. They know.
Remy is gonna sit up a little bit.
Then as a Raven Knight, you shall have my shield.
No,
and they will not find you. No. If they believe you've turned, then I will protect you from their wrath. And if Orin disagrees with me, then let his light strike me down where I sit.
At very least give you a sunburn.
I do not fear your god.
You hear screaming.
Oh no.
You hear Kiwi screaming. And you see as he kind of runs through a bush, a bunch of twigs have like fallen out of his hand. And he's like, Remy! Remy! And you see an arrow strike a tree nearby, and you see a paladin rip past that same bush as Kiwi runs up next to you and Audrey. And Audrey looks up and kind of grabs her face, and she goes, Leron. And that is where we're going to cut from there. Party.
Excellent. That's a good wrap up there. Okay.
Cliffhangers.
For everybody else, as you guys entered the workshop, the warehouse, you see currently sitting cross-legged on top in a split second, the Crown Devil. I need everybody to roll initiative immediately.
Now, because of my ability, I get to take priority, right?
You still have to roll. So if the Crown Devil still beats you out, he'll go ahead of you.
I believe you also have to rage to use that ability.
You have to rage to use that
I
as
will,
well.
of course, be raging. All
right, let me grab
this fella.
14 on my initiative,
guys.
by the way.
7.
We are rolling like garbage. Roll an 8.
Uh-oh.
Hey, I started with a nat 1. I feel your pain.
Combat starts and you're like,
baby,
oh.
and a natural 1.
Nice.
Wow.
Wow.
I'm gonna go with the
right.
nat. Hold on. Let me think about this. I get to choose. gonna go with the nat 20.
Pass.
Yeah.
Surprising.
Panic, and then we have Greckles. Wow, these rolls.
Yep. Get him out while we can.
And then we have Task, and then we have Zenrio. Okay. I'm gonna roll for the Crown Devil. What's your dexterity bonus?
What, Borky?
Yeah.
But like 2.
It's 2.
He rolled that 20.
He also got a nat 20. Yep.
Damn, he's very.
You know what? I'm just gonna set aside that dice. I'm just gonna go with a different one. That's the same one from the United Clergy War and Fight. So
Yeah, get rid of that dice.
That's.
I'm gonna
Burn
take.
it.
By the way, I want to confirm, chat community. I'm gonna find them. I'm gonna burn those dice.
Flush him down the toilet.
Yeah, get it. I'm an
oh,
agent
yeah,
of your.
And then his. Ooh, yeah, his penalties. Sorry, 1 second. I just gotta note something here. That's removed. That's gone. And that is. That's not. Ooh. All right. Yeah, he gets to go first.
Damn. Okay.
We have a map.
Oh, yes, we do. Sorry, let me yank you guys over to the map.
Ooh, it's a small room.
Yeah, it's not very big. It's on a boat, so they can't really have massive warehouses. It's kind of like a storage shed. Which might be more to your guys' advantage, as you remember last time fighting him.
Oh yeah, he was in a bigger room last time.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he had free reign. Okay, so he's gonna use his decrowned ability, which is Friends with Deficits.
Damn, I hate it when I have friends with deficits.
Ah,
Damn.
same.
Oh, that's fantastic.
I'm gonna roll a 1d4, and we're gonna see what friends he's made in hell.
No, no.
That is going to be... Okay. You watch as Borky, you go into a rage and you turn to face him. As he snaps his fingers, you see 3 infernal portals open up, and you see a few characters walk out. One behind you, Task. One behind you, Zenrio.
Uh-oh.
And one... where did he pop up? You know, we'll put him right here. They walk out. They're humanoid in shape, but have these long, wicked-looking beards made of tendrils and spikes and tentacles. They wield long, I believe, blades.
Oh Lord, it's Davy Jones.
It's Hecky Jones.
Lordy.
They have glaives. These long, twisted glaives. And they walk with an air of purpose and kind of run their hands, these talon hands, their strange and violent-looking beards. And the Crown Devil kind of clasps his hands together and goes, "Just took half of the souls I've been saving up, but, you know, I think it's worth it."
Still bald though.
That takes his entire... Yeah, he's really bald. His head is actually... Someone did art of it. It's actually very accurate. It's like an amber dome, almost.
I know, but I just want to say out loud. You're still bald though.
Task! It's not time.
Malicious mockery.
That is... that takes his entire movement, bonus action, and action to do. So that is his turn. Borky, in your rage, you are ready to go.
Okay, how high up is he?
10 feet. You can climb.
Alright, Borky's gonna pretty much just jump off, just jump up and get right in front of him.
As you are raging, Borky, you hear a voice in your mind. You hear Ronfault speak to you.
Oh.
And he goes, "How dare this thing exist where it does not belong? Wield me, Borky. Let us cast it back from where it came."
Yeah, and he sucks too. Borky swings away.
Your first attack, because of Ronfault, I'm giving you advantage.
Oh yeah.
Hot damn.
And
Because
Borky's...
you got the natural 20, and I feel bad that it died.
Oh, it's okay. That's a 23, baby.
That absolutely hits him.
12 slashing damage.
Ooh. All right.
All right.
And
I closed his stats. I gotta bring it up again.
Go for the ball spot.
1 second. Give me 1 second here. That's slashing. Okay, that's gonna be. You notice as you're striking at him, he is visibly more frail. But he looks way more angry. Like he seems more like shaky and like kind of frothy at the mouth.
oh, he's
He's fucking angry.
Why are you mad?
Ronfal's telling me to keep going harder. Thanks, Dad. Thanks, Coach. That's 14 slashing damage. I'm enraging it. Blech.
Yeah, that's right. So.
And Borky just does another fun move, and Borky swings for his second attack, and that is 20 hitting.
20. Very nice. That
And
hits.
that is 15 damage.
Nice. You are already laying into him pretty fast. And he
Oh, yeah.
rough.
Borky was like ready to go the second he saw him. Ronfal's
That ended-
Ronfal's a good coach. Like in my Borky's brain, it's like the full-on Rocky montage happening, just running in circles around the room. But this isn't even the real plane. It doesn't matter. You gotta keep hustling.
Get in there, Porky.
As this is gonna be for flavor. As you do that, the Crown Devil screams out to these other devils. He goes, "Protect me!" And they're kind of like look at him and kind of like shrug and go back to what they're doing. They don't seem to care.
Yeah, buddy.
It is because they technically are on his turn.
I hope he looks at Task. Task is doing the salt finger like
So-
motion.
That is a surprise round done, which leads us back to turn order. So the Crown Devil is going to go first. And unfortunately for you, Borky, he's got some new abilities.
Oh no. Does he have delete orc? That sounds like a rough ability.
Are we
God,
gonna
I
have
can't believe there's no save against it. Oh.
Are we gonna have to put this on our calendar for every 3 months? Visited by the.
I got a nasty feeling even if we give him his helmet back, he's just gonna keep coming back. He's gonna be. I feel like this is gonna be our Team Rocket, but if Team Rocket was literally the devil.
We could try getting
Literally
getting
add
it
devil.
enchanted. The helmet itself enchanted.
What if we put him in a
Yeah.
jaw? Like
So,
keep the jaw on a
Borky-
shaky mantle.
As you stare at him, his eyes gleam, and he's like, "That's right. You're the one who casted me back." He's going to have advantage on all attacks against you.
No! It was I know! Uh-oh.
Plus, yeah, that's going to be a 27 to hit you for the first attack.
Yes, that hits!
You get 8 reduced down to 4, so you take 4 points of slashing damage
Okay.
and 6 points of fire damage as you're seared across the chest. He's going to go for a second attack on you.
spicy meatball!
11. That's going to be a 20 to hit you.
Yep.
That's going to be 7 reduced down to 3, so you can take 3 points of slashing damage and 7 points of fire damage.
What
He is going to use his bonus action to frenzy.
Oh no! He's mad at
He's
me.
going to get off
Uh-oh,
2 more attacks because he's pissed.
Yeah, he's really mad at Porky.
Yeah, 15.
He's literally
going to be a 24 to hit you.
Jesus Christ.
He's pissed, boy.
3 points
Mad.
of slashing damage and 1 point of fire damage.
Okay, so that's 4.
That's 3 points of slashing damage and then 1 point of fire damage. You aren't resistant to fire, so.
Yeah.
And his last attack, that's gonna be a 10. That's totally a fucking hit. That's gonna be a 26.
Christ!
He knows what to do.
Oh, yeah.
That's gonna be another 3 points of damage. Actually, no, hold on. Yeah, no, 3 points of slashing damage. That's not cut. That's what it is. Cut
Yep.
down. And then 8 points of fire damage.
Yo, that's a lot.
You guys watch as literally like Borky comes up and like slashes twice into the Crown Devil, but the Crown Devil, like a vicious cat, just rip with these successful claw strikes, almost like a berserker in its own end. It's gonna move without provoking an attack of opportunity. Over here. It just leaps off the box and lands, kind of scratching and leaving kind of like this smoldering smoke behind it. That will end its turn. It is now time for his companions to move, as they've kind of had to jump on you as well.
That was what a crazy flurry of attacks from him. Holy crap!
Yeah, he does a lot of damage. He's a huge DPS enemy.
Rip and Tear starts playing.
So,
Which version?
You know the version.
All right, task. The devil behind you is going to. No, he can't get a flank, so he's just going to go straight for you. You watch as he flips his blade, his glaive, and he's going to attempt to hit you. It's awful. That's not going to hit. That's a 14.
That will not hit.
Yeah, he swings and you just manage. You notice him behind you. You're like, oh shit! And you duck out of the way. He's going to go for a second glaive attack. That's a natural 20. gonna be...
Oh no.
Oh shit, okay. Oh wait, no, that's the wrong thing. That's... Okay, sorry, 1 second. Slad's got a few abilities. I read the wrong one. Okay. You take 16 points of slashing damage.
Christ.
And I need you to make a Constitution saving throw for me.
Con save.
Not bad.
Nice.
20.
You're fine. You feel some sort of infernal grip on you, but you manage to shake it off.
Prick.
The one next to you, Panic, does the same thing.
Uh-oh.
That's gonna be, yeah, that's a 2. You rolled a natural 2, that's gonna miss.
Nope.
Second glaive attack, that's fucking a 4. Okay, that misses also.
Nope.
I forgot about his third attack on you, Task. In fact, they're gonna both do this in unison. So Task, yours is gonna reach out with his beard. And
Ew.
he's gonna grab you and try to like you with the beard. That is 100% gonna miss. That's gonna be a 10 to hit you.
That misses.
Panic, he also, your devil also does the same thing. He reaches out to grab you with his beard, and that's a 4. That's even worse. They both miss.
And these guys suck.
No, Borky just says, no. Borky's just got
Zerio,
smoke coming off his chest.
Yes.
The one behind you, by the way, the little symbol on you there is to indicate your concentration.
Oh, right, okay.
Mm-hmm. That is a 10.
That won't hit, actually.
That will hit you.
That won't hit. I have 11.
That won't hit.
Cool, there's a
Okay.
nickel on the ground. Just bends down.
Yeah, cool. Hey, look.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm fighting.
He's gonna swing again. That is absolutely gonna hit.
What did he get?
That is 19.
Okay, yeah.
That's with his blade. That's gonna be. That is going to be 9 points of slashing damage, and I need to make a Constitution saving throw.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I will use Tides of Chaos to give myself advantage on this saving throw.
Okay. Let me grab my chart.
Oh, I'm okay.
Oh,
Wow.
Chaos!
Oh,
dude.
Yeah.
Are you embracing the warp? I just need to know.
You
You have to
feel-
tell us.
You feel
I mean-
that same grip on you,
Uh-huh.
but you manage to you're just you kind of, your magic almost expels it out. You even see this sort of ghostly, demonic, imp-like form kind of being punched out of your body by a magic fist that then
Yeah.
retreats back into your body. When you use Tides of Chaos,
If you want to give it back to me, that's when we do the thing.
okay,
It's not
I'm
when
gonna
I use it.
I'm gonna give it back to you immediately.
Okay, then we gotta roll.
Yeah, give me
Oh,
1 second to pull out my list.
Oh, here we go.
Here we go.
Rubbing my grubby hands together.
Here we go. Right, roll a d100 for me.
Got it.
Oh, here we go.
Okay, advanced dice roller, D100. 97.
Oh, shit.
Oh, Christ.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. You guys watch as this magical surge happens. The music you guys are currently listening to as people begins to play around Zenryo. There is now actual music playing out of Zenryo, this exact song.
He's become a Bluetooth speaker.
Basically, yeah.
That's never happened before. Cool.
Is it a good song?
man. Oh, this guy's a legend.
Is it Freebird? Can it be
Is it?
Freebird?
No, it's this song. And the third attack, he's gonna go for you with his own beard.
Okay.
Oh, gross.
That's another 10. These guys are really fine.
Wow. He can't hit me.
Yeah, he's swinging, and the
Oh, shit,
music
I
distracts him. He's kind of like dancing to the beat, and he's like, "Wait a second," and like reaches out with his beard and misses.
I'm kind of dancing too now as I'm like trying to avoid his blows. I'm like,
Oh shit! I dropped I dropped the nickel again.
hang on, let me get this.
Borky, you are backed up. And you hear Ronfault in the back of your mind go, "Do not relent! Strike true, and we can banish this creature from this place."
Borky screams, "Oli Oli auction free couch!" And Borky jumps off the box and slams it into the guy. And Borky's gonna go into. Oh, you know, I'm just gonna keep what I got going right now. Borky's gonna slash down with Ronfault again.
Okay.
11.
That misses. You swing, and like the crown devil like rolls out of the way, and you smash between the floorboards, and you hear ploop, 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 as pieces of wood crash into the water below.
Borky's not done. Borky does a forward R2 and swings again. That's a nat 1.
Ooh, natural 1. You watch as the crown devil grabs you with its claws and like shoves you into that hole. So your entire front hand gets shoved into the hole, and you guys turn and look. You just see Borky's legs kicking.
Oh no.
You guys are gonna reverse places.
So
and you are
Borky's
considered
head
prone.
first in the hole.
Yeah, you're currently kicking your legs, and you're considered prone at the moment. All right, does that end your turn? You can use half your movement to get unprone, by the way, if you would like to. 'Cause I think
Borky.
you only
I mean, I only
jumped
moved.
off.
I only moved twice.
Yeah, you can totally do that. You can totally
Borky,
do that.
Borky, like does all his power and pops his head out.
You manage to stagger back to your feet and then turn with one foot.
Borky's gonna do
Okay.
something he normally doesn't do. He's gonna wield the blade with 2 hands, like Kenpachi.
Oh, snap.
I know, right? Okay, that ends my turn.
Panic, it is now your turn. You are currently being attempted to be touched with facial hair.
All right. I as I lean out of the way of his last beard attack, I get right up in his face and I say in Infernal,
Before you do anything, as you say that, he replies with, "Dude, your grammar's really bad."
Oh.
listen, I
In
was raised...
back in Infernal.
I say, listen, I was raised by humans, but anyway, I cast Phantasmal Force.
Okay, he has advantage on that saving throw. It's wisdom, right? Or is it
That is intelligence.
intelligence? Okay, well, he got a 15. 16 minus 1.
That just barely fails.
Oh, all right.
Oof.
Quick Phantasmal Force for me. This week if this fails, you create a phantasmal phenomenon. Your choice that is no longer a 10-foot cube. It's only visible to the target. The spell has no effect on undead or constructs. The target is actually exempt from an investigation check on. Okay. Sorry, I just want to double check the spell. I read it a little too fast and I don't get everything. Okay, so it takes damage. Each round on your turn, the phantasm can deal 1d6 psychic damage to the target if it is in an area within 5 feet of the phantasm, provided the illusion is something it can logically deal damage. Okay. You watch as rising up behind him is this large figure, and almost with the illusion itself, it almost bends perspective. Roll a knowledge religion.
Knowledge religion.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be a 9.
9. It is a very big devil of some kind, and you do not know what it is.
Okay.
But it is there, and it even kind of scares you as you see it form behind him.
Well, it's cackling at him because in Infernal I said they'll laugh at you all when we send you back. And yeah, it's just gonna be like a huge cackling demon or devil.
You notice in particular this devil has a shitload of horns, like almost to a point of exaggeration. It's almost like Diablo times 4, like.
Oh shit.
Diablo 3 or Diablo 2 Diablo?
The 2, I guess.
Okay, good answer. Good answer.
Okay.
Would my Infernal book have given me any knowledge about this?
It may have actually, yeah. Maybe roll just general intelligence, actually.
Roll an intelligence.
Yeah. I feel like you would know this.
I'm better at that, I think. That's gonna be 21.
Yeah, 21. This is Zagrel. This is the god of conquest, of slavery, of chains. Basically, for these individuals, probably their king or leader, their lord, essentially. And he is currently, like, basically holding up a chain that is the perfect size for this creature before you, and he's cowering in fear.
Great. And as my bonus action, I'm going to play along with the music coming out of Zenrio as I activate Mantle of Inspiration.
Okay. Wanna click
I,
that?
Yep, I'm going to spend 1 use of my Bardic Inspiration to... There we go.
All right, so you can expend 1 use of your Bardic Inspiration to grant yourself a wondrous appearance. When you do so, choose a number of creatures you can see that can see you within 60 feet of you, up to a number equal to your charisma modifier. Each of them gain 5 temporary hit points. When a creature gains these temporary hit points, it can immediately use its reaction to move up to its sea without provoking opportunity attacks. So, I'm assuming everyone's going to get the bonus.
Yeah, Task, Greckles, Zenrio, and Borky are all going to gain 8 temporary hit points, actually.
I don't think I can see you through the box, though.
No,
you can hear me.
Oh, yeah. I'd
Oh.
say you can. He knows that
Yay.
you're there.
8 temporary hit
nice.
points. Yay.
I'll take
And
that.
then, for those of you who want to, you can use your reaction to move.
Hell yeah. I want
With
to
that-
do. I want to do that.
Yep, and you don't provoke opportunity attacks.
Oh, damn.
Oh, sweet.
Greckles, what do you
Uh,
do?
I'll do that. But I'm gonna move
I
here.
zip in a blue blur on top of that box, and I'm eyeing that big ass dome.
Stab him in the brain. Stab him in the brain.
Oh,
Grab him the old
it's
chrome
coming.
dome.
it's
And that's
coming.
all I got. That's all I got for right now.
Okay. Alrighty. That leads us to Greckles immediately, right after.
Stab in the brain.
Okay.
Yeah. That is a 19.
That will hit.
Plus flight. That's actually a 21.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
true. That's one.
Yeah,
Okay.
you definitely get him.
So there. Okay, so 10 plus.
Sneak attack.
Yep. Give me a second. Let me roll it up. Bazam. Another 14. So 24.
Oh, I love this song.
That's my call
And
music.
then I'm gonna give him another stab with the fishy hook. That for all rights and reasons.
It's like a dagger. It's
Yeah.
like a little hook that you use to like grab fish and drag them onto boats. Essentially,
It's
like a
the
little one.
killing instrument from I Know What You Did Last Summer. There we go.
Mm.
So I'm gonna give him another stab. Oh, that's an 11.
That misses. This is what happens as you run on top of this box with like being paid by Panic, who's like basically giving you this chance to move. You leap from the box and you jab him right in the cranium. You hear a cracking noise as you breach through his skull. It doesn't look like he has a brain there though, but it does hurt. He screams, and as he does, you go to swing with the other hand, and he grabs you and he kind of slams you back up on top of that crate, avoiding the second blow.
Okay, I'm going to move because I have mobile.
But you didn't
Since
say.
I'm off.
You didn't say
What?
this is your mind on acid. I'm just.
Ah.
You know what? I'm gonna go over yonder.
What are you running?
Okay. You walk into the illusion that no, you don't really see it, but you go running inside of this form. All right.
That's pretty big. You probably stand between his legs or something.
I mean, I don't see it, so
He
I'm
doesn't
like,
see it. He has
yeah.
no idea.
all I see is a panic target. So
Alrighty, that leads us to Task. You have a crossbow. So using your crossbow, you do not get the bonuses of your extra attack ability because you have to reload it, unfortunately. But you still have a mobile weapon that you can use.
Very well. I don't know how to activate this or how to fluff it, but what would happen if I tried to activate my helmet's ability?
It's automatic, and you notice that these particular devils aren't afraid of it. They're a little too strong, unfortunately.
Okay, well, fuck that. Let me do something different then. Hang on a hot second. Let me check my spells. Hell yeah, I still got 2 slots left. So, instead of actually doing 2 attacks, can I instead oh wait, no, that's a con. Well, no,
it takes your action to fire, and it takes both of your attack slots, unfortunately. Yeah, you need to action surge to do something else besides firing. with your
I've never
crossbow.
used an action surge at all, so
That's for fighters, so you don't even have that.
yeah.
That's something Remy can do.
All right, I'm gonna ensnaring strike on his fucking dumb head.
Okay.
Why is his head so dumb?
The hand crossbow should be in your inventory. I tossed it in there. That's longbow. You gotta use your crossbow.
Sorry.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm sorry, it's just so common. 21.
No, it's better. It actually hits. So you shoot at him. You do 6 points of damage. Can you click ensnaring strike for me?
Absolutely. Spells, here you go.
Literally, as you shoot him, he yells out, "Ah! You assholes! Protect me!" He's like screaming at them. And like one of the bearded devils kind of looks and just rolls his eyes like, "Oh, this asshole." I'll listen to him.
God, I hate my manager so much.
All right,
Yeah.
so let's see. Next time you hit a creature with your weapon, which I just did, he must succeed a strength saving throw of my spell.
Okay. Let's grab his strength. He's got a decent strength mod. Woo. That is going to be. Ooh, that's gonna be a 19.
Yeah, that succeeds.
You shoot him and you're like, I'm gonna shoot him in the head and entangle him. Then you shoot him and like almost like spaghetti being tossed on top of a bald man's head, it kind of just floop, lands there and he reaches up and he grabs it, he just tosses it because there's nothing there for it to get snagged on. For a moment he gets kind of a funky hat, but he's not impressed by it.
Damn.
All right.
Silly
Zenrio.
question. Silly question. Was Zito supposed to get Colossus Slayer, or does he not get that with this weapon?
I don't know. That's a good question.
Let me check.
Yeah.
Colossus Slayer. If I hit a creature with a weapon attack, so I should actually do an extra 1d8.
All right, roll 1d8.
All right. Colossus Slayer, roll 1d8.
Okay.
3.
Yeah, you still hit him pretty hard. He's like bleeding fire, but it's not igniting anything. It's just like it's oozing embers essentially, and he's just like, ah! Like he's just screaming. This is not the way he expected this to go.
I want to use as a free action. I want to scream out to the other devils, and this is who you're trying to protect.
One of them goes, "We're actually not trying to protect him. He just mentioned some souls, and we got interested."
Typical.
That ends your turn, Task, I'm assuming.
Yeah, reload.
Zenrio, it is now your turn.
I have two very important questions. Number
Yes.
one, how does this devil look? Does he look like he's in a bad way?
He looks like he's ready to go. Like
Okay.
he's looking like shit.
Okay. In that case, I will cast. All right. Okay. In that case, oh, and how tall is the room that we're in?
The room is about 20 feet tall. It's actually decently spacious.
Okay.
Just not as big as you'd see like at a coastal warehouse. It's
Sure.
like a decent sized shed.
Okay. Okay, guys, don't freak out. I'm gonna cast Polymorph on myself into a giant ape.
Okay.
Okay. Do we need to do the Donkey Kong rap? Just ask us. Say yes if you.
Yeah,
need
the music
You
changes.
know him well.
Well,
His name's
He's
Henry
finally
O,
back.
a fish man from the bottom of the sea. Zenry.
wait. When I turn into an ape, it still has the same coloration and fishy features as Zenria. So it's still
Amazing.
bright orange
You're a
and
sea monkey.
it's
He's just
pretty much.
lanky. He's
Yeah.
just lanky.
I'm lanky.
You're lanky.
I have a funny. This fish has a funny face. Okay, so that is my turn.
Okay.
Can I actually spend sorcery points to make that a quickened action instead? Spend 2
quicken
sorcery
spell?
points. Yeah. So
yeah, you absolutely could.
okay, so I'm gonna cast that quickened, and then I will use my normal action to pummel the Crown Devil with my multi attack.
You're a giant ape, correct?
Yes.
Fire
Yes.
Oh, it's just a giant
Yes.
fist landing on him.
I imagine that one meme of that guy looking angrily at his computer, and then he transforms into a gorilla and smashes it.
Can you roll a d20 for him? Oh, can you roll a d20 for me first?
I can certainly do that. 12. That would be +9 to
You're
hit.
fine. That's just for your wild magic.
Okay. Oh, right. Oh, never mind.
But for your multi attack, you're gonna want to do a d20 plus 9.
Can I just roll it and then add 9?
Yes.
Yeah.
19.
Okay, that hits.
Ooh, this is 3d10 plus 6.
Yeah.
Jesus!
Yeah.
It's just a giant
Okay.
fist landing on him.
This does
3d10.
drop your concentration on your other spell though.
That's fine. They're across town. Well, for now. 16.
Okay.
And then I get another attack with the fists
Yeah.
because
you
of
do.
multi-attack.
Good
Why
God.
do you do
That
it?
would be 21.
Yep, that hits.
And then another 3d10 plus 6. That's 31 damage. Just I want to make the thwomp sound. Just
You grab this thing by the tail, and you just start whipping it around like a child's toy, like Hulk from the Avengers. You grab this guy, he's got a dagger in his head, and he's being like whipped and smashed around, and eventually you swing and you hear a resounding crack noise as he erupts into smoke and flames and has been casted back into the infernal plane where he came from.
Ooh.
And you just hear
and I give 2 big monkey thumbs up.
I really wish Zenrio was wearing sunglasses right now, because I feel like.
Can you? I just want to double check. I want to
Yeah.
see polymorph. Can you turn into things that are higher CR than you are?
No, but the CR is equal to your level or lower.
And that's 7. Yeah.
That's 7.
That's right. Okay, sorry. I just double checking there. Has.
Zenrio, oh my. You's a cool monkey, you is.
I put out my big ape fist for a fist bump. Ooh.
Borky hits it. Borky backs it up. Borky backs it shit up.
You hear in the depth of your mind, Borky, we are not done here. These things must be cast back.
Yes, sir. Yes, Dad. Borky just put
It
the sword
is
in
now
the
Oh,
their
I
turn.
lost. Okay, so I lost a couple. I lost that spell slot.
The creature must make an intelligence save.
You threw the
All right.
crown devil off the top of the Hell on the Cell.
Panic, the bearded devil nearest you, who is dealing with your phantasmal force. He's gonna try and break 3.
All right.
Oh, that's a 19 minus 1. That's 18.
That succeeds.
Okay. You watch as he's like, no! Wait a second.
This Greckles.
Greckles just pops through his crotch. Hey guys, what I miss?
Wait a minute. He shakes it off and it kind of disappears.
All
And
right.
that takes his action.
Yep.
I don't know if he has any bonus action.
Oh my god, I have 157 hit points right now.
He.
How many slots do you have to cast that?
1 a day. That's my 4th
Okay.
level spell.
There's Chunky. He's dead.
The other bearded devil is going to swing up next to you, seeing that Task has run off and seeing a juicy wounded butt. Is going to attack you. He's going to get +2 to all these attacks. The first one is +7. That's going to be a 15 to hit.
That hits.
That hits. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw for me.
Constitution, come on. Don't let me down. Natural 1.
That might. Yeah.
That's bad. You take 5 points of piercing damage, and you are now poisoned. You feel this weird dizziness as you are now poisoned. Let me grab the poisoned effect from me, just for my own reference here.
Uh-oh.
Oh shit! Sorry, I didn't mean to click that.
No, it's all good.
I just wanted to check if that actually was one of the things I could cure with that.
Okay. So they don't get any bonus, but that's good to know. All right, he's gonna go for a second attack.
Uh-oh.
That's going to be +7. That's gonna be 21 to hit you.
Yeah, that's.
You take 8 points of piercing damage. You don't have to make the throw again. Obviously, you're already poisoned. And he's gonna lash out with his beard again.
Oh no! Oh gross!
The weird danglies.
That's a 23 to hit you.
Let me check.
And I need you to make another Constitution saving throw.
Good.
Whatever that.
Come on. 13?
You take 6 points of slashing. Or wait, you take 6. Wait, hold on. Yeah, you take 6 points of beard damage, piercing damage.
The most deadly of damage.
I actually got these attacks mixed up.
Oh
So-
god! There's gray hairs in this beard. No!
You feel another infernal sort of influence, but you manage to brush it off. Alright. Zenrio, as you've bashed everything else, seeing you being kind of this huge threat, this guy is going to run up to you, screaming and pounding his chest like a gorilla, is going to run up and attempt to attack you as well.
Yeah, okay.
That is going to be a 20 to hit you
That hits.
with the glaive.
Here, I'm actually gonna keep track of my polymorph hit points in a separate thing.
His entire head just turns around 180 with stone grinding sound effects.
You take 11 points of slashing damage, and I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
As a giant 8, which I've tabbed off.
I have
Your
+4.
Constitution is +4, yeah.
Yeah. Can I still just make the con save as myself with proficiency in it?
I don't think so in polymorph.
Got
in
it.
Druidic,
That's fine.
when you transform as a druid, I think you can. I'm not sure that he tells
Okay,
me that,
I'll
so-
just roll the d20 and add 4 then.
Yeah, d20 add 4.
Okay.
That's a failure. You are now also poisoned. Oh, wait.
I.
You're not. You are.
Yeah, it's okay.
Oh shit, that's really bad. Okay.
In that case, I will use my reaction to add 1d4 to that roll with bend luck.
With bend luck.
Yes.
That you still fail, unfortunately, as you bend the luck.
Oh.
Bend that luck.
Also, I'm not sure if you can use those abilities in polymorph.
Oh, if I can't, then never mind. Then whenever I'm poisoned.
Yeah, let me see here. I'm just gonna double check and see.
Sure.
Okay. Yeah, you also have the same brain capacity, so your intelligence is the same as a monkey right now. You're cognitive, but
Hey, his intelligence
yeah.
is actually only 3 less than mine.
So the creature is
That's
limited
not
in the
so
actions it can perform by the nature of its new form, and it can't speak, cast spells, or take any other action that requires hands or speech.
Okay.
So
Then,
kind of vague.
and I just
Yeah.
we'll say I can't. We'll say
Yeah,
we'll just
let's
say.
say you can. If not, that'd be kind of a little scary for the most
Mhm.
part. Alrighty. So yeah, you basically you get hit really hard and you begin to bleed out, and you begin to see Borky as you look up and you see the slash mark on Donkey Zenrio's chest. You see almost little infernal maggots eating at the wound.
Oh, gross!
And he is going to swing again.
Okay.
That is going to be a 17 to hit.
That does hit.
Okay.
Mr. 130 health, Jesus.
146 now.
Oh, excuse me.
Listen, I just want to keep it on the up and up.
He tripped and fell and has more health now.
Oh, fuck. He's gonna swing at you again. That is going to be
How much damage?
+3. That's going to be 11 points of damage.
Okay.
And as he swings again, another wound slashes across and becomes bigger, and you see even more maggots now growing and almost forming wings and becoming more ravenous at this wound.
Oh, fucking weird.
Gross.
And then he's going to reach out for your monkey face with his beard. That is going to be a 14 to hit you.
That does hit.
Okay. You're a big target, to be fair.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, fuck. You take 10 points
Okay.
of piercing damage, and I need to make a Constitution saving throw again.
Okay.
So
Constitution.
D10 plus 4.
Okay.
No. You are now poisoned also,
Okay.
so your attacks will have disadvantage.
Okay.
You kind of craving a heal
banana.
there. Yeah, and a banana.
Yeah.
Alrighty, that ends their turn. That brings us
Okay.
back to Borky.
Borky seeing our, did he hear Panic cry out in pain at all?
He did make a weird noise.
Ah, my butt! Borky sees Zenrio being slashed in the butt, so Borky's gonna go for the most immediate thing he needs to do. Borky just pretty much, for flavor, runs between the legs and slides under Zenrio.
Okay. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw for me as you do that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
16.
Okay, you're good. As you run, you keep running and jump, leaping as you feel the floorboards beneath you crack.
Oh, gross!
Oh!
As you almost fall into the water below.
Yee. Oh. Does the devil also go, whoa, that was close? Dude, you
Yeah, he's like, whoa, he kind of steps away as another piece of wood falls in.
Oh, that was crazy. Oh, by the way, sorry.
kinda
But Borky
spins
just
to meet you.
baseball. Borky just swings
Plus
a
2,
Plus
24, that hits.
Borky 16 plus 2. 18.
16 plus 2, 18.
I was close, man.
That's-
Oh, sorry about this. Bang! Borky just baseball bat hits him with the sword.
Yeah, you smack them upside the head. That's your first attack.
And Borky swings again, and that is 14.
That's gonna miss. As you go to like stab him in the face, his beard kind of grabs Ronfault and like throws it aside, like it almost commands it on its own.
Hey!
That ends your turn there, Borky?
Yeah.
All right.
It does.
That brings us back to Panic. It is now your turn. You are feeling sick. You kind of feel like bile rising to your throat.
Okay. Panic's gonna quick turn around to the one that's between him and Greckles, and he's gonna be like, I can't believe you actually fell for that. You're gonna go roll Vicious Mockery.
Okay. That's a wisdom save, I believe.
Yeah, that is a Wisdom save.
The save is different. I don't know why it's doing that again.
Yeah, it's supposed to be
what's the-
16.
16 spell save DC. Okay. Oh, I dropped my dice.
So he fails.
Ah, it happened!
No, it
Opa!
Wouldn't be Wednesday without it.
That's a 7. He fails.
Yep. So he's got disadvantage on his next attack.
And he takes 2 points of psychic damage.
Fucking idiot.
Your shoes untied.
Don't forget, you still have half movement.
Flick his nose up.
Yeah, I sure do, but I ain't moving. I'm gonna turn right back around to the one who slashed me, and he's like, I may be a half-breed, but I've got the blood of a devil king in my veins. My ancestor, the death of Clean Sound, is my ancestor, and you will kneel before me. And I activate Mantle of Devilry,
Okay.
and I use Command Drop.
And drop. All right. That's a save, right? Can you click that ability?
Yep.
Right. What's the save on this? It's 16 as well?
16, yes.
It's wisdom. And drop. Okay. Can do. That is a 16.
That is exactly what he needed,
Yeah,
I guess.
He succeeds. And as he stares back to you in Infernal, he says, "Oh, your king's time is almost done," and kind of smiles as the beard kind of flips and wiggles. And something about that statement rocks you to your core. Does that end your turn there, Panic?
Sure does.
Greckles, it is now your turn.
Okay, the guy that I'm facing, is he facing me, or did he face back to Panic after the Vicious Mockery?
He looks embarrassed. But he is currently facing Panic. He's kind of occupied with the two of you and just kind of barely notices you.
Stab!
Okay,
Gash, you go for a stab like but sail.
that misses. As you go to stab him, he grabs your arm and kind of pulls you and trips you up, but you manage to kind of turn and spin.
Okay, I'll go with the offhand attack.
Okay.
Yeah.
You go and attack again, and he knocks down your dagger, not out of your hand, but just like knocks the blow with the blunt side of his glaive, like redirecting the attack.
All right, and I'm going to move over here.
Okay.
Oh, where are you moving for people? On the
Greckles climbs up on the box, scrambles up the box, and heads over to where Borky is.
Oh.
That leads us to Task.
All right, holstering that crossbow, sliding on back here, right behind this boy.
Oh, which boy?
Oh, the guy who's behind the guy who actually stabbed Panic. I'm
Okay.
behind him now. We're sandwiched in between.
I will say this: the weapon you had, the trident, doesn't work on the surface. It's only in the water. Just a heads up.
I can't hit him.
Not with that. It's just like a piece of blunt wood now.
Oh, well then fucking,
yeah.
then I have no, then I can't even hit him with
Wait,
this.
you still got sword, do you not?
No.
No, I
Weapons are
don't.
gone.
All my stuff's gone. So, all right, forget that move then. This guy will look at it, like, when he looks down at himself, he's like looking at his beard. He notices there's a weird upside down marking on his beard, almost like there's an invisible tattoo. I'm gonna mark the fuck out of him with Hunter's Mark.
Which one?
The guy that's behind Panic.
This one here?
Yes.
Okay. He is marked for death.
He took a hit, yes?
He has not. He has not taken a hit at all.
Oh, piss. Oh, well.
Everyone else has.
Yeah, everyone else has, and I go for the guy who hasn't fucking taken a hit yet.
Gotta start somewhere.
Fine. 28.
That absolutely hits, yeah.
7, and then 1d6. Wait, hold on, let me double check something. At higher levels, you can use a second level spell slot to add an additional slot. Can I? Oh wait, no, that's somewhat different. Let me check this. Hunter's Mark. No, that's not what I want. God damn it. I want to see the skill's abilities. Thank you. Here we go. Deal an extra 1d6. Okay. I can cast using a spell slot of 3 or 4. I can maintain my concentration for the spell up to 8 hours. When I use the spell, that's a higher slot, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so that's just for the tracking
It's just for
aspect.
the tracking perk, yeah.
Yeah, it's for the tracking aspect. All right, so then my Hunter's Mark is 7 plus 3. So, yeah.
10. Not bad.
10.
Still, you shoot him right in the butt cheek. And he does that thing where, you get hit in the butt and you kind of pelvic thrust forward. Yeah, he's like, oh! Like, as he's talking and kind of threatening you, Panic, you just hear him make this little squealing noise as he turns around and there's a crossbow bolt in his ass. Alrighty. Is there anything else you want to do on your turn task? That was your bonus action, so...
I don't have anything else to do. Reloading is my other action.
Okay, 1 second.
I am so fucking nerfed beyond belief.
Sorry, 1 second, I just gotta check something here.
Can't believe we get to hang out with a giant ape.
That is a sweet ape.
Zenryo, as your turn begins, those wounds fester and sting and burn as flesh is being chewed away by these little ghostly maggots. You take 10 points of damage at the start of your turn.
Okay. I'm at 115.
Jesus.
Christ.
I just don't know if you
I'm at death's door, guys.
On your turn, what would you like to do? You got
Okay.
poison, so you have disadvantage on all
Mint.
your attacks and ability checks.
But am I flanking this guy with Borky?
Yes, you are technically.
So it's just regular attack, right?
Yep.
So because it cancels out.
No, actually, in this version,
Oh.
you get a +2 bonus. You don't get advantage in this, so you're still at disadvantage,
Oh.
but you get +2 to
Okay.
hit. Yeah.
So I will attack, multi-attack this guy. So all in all, I'm +11, but I have disadvantage.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so... Oops, sorry. 18 and 6, so 17. Okay.
That totally hits.
Okay. And then this is 3d10 plus 6. He takes 21 damage.
Jesus Christ.
Squish. You're punching, you're just slamming him just through the floorboard.
Oh my
You
god!
take-
Oh my
you
god!
take-
Neutral bead.
You take both fists and you slam down on his head, and he's like an accordion. He bounces back down.
Oh, I wanted him to go through the floor. Okay, fine. And then can I do my other multi-attack?
Yeah, absolutely.
So that's a natural one.
Uh-oh.
That's a disadvantage.
+18. Where does the +18 come from?
I was just rolling 2d20. So one is 1 and
Oh,
one
I
is
see.
18 because I have to
Yeah.
roll the d20.
As you go down to swing, I'm gonna roll severity for this.
That's unfortunate.
Oh, that's very severe. That's an 18. As you do, you smash and he sidesteps and you begin to fall into that water with a crashing noise.
Oh no!
You hear a monkey scream as you crash. It's about a 15-foot drop into the water as you crash. You see floating barrels and crates as you kind of struggle to swim with this new form that you're not used to and that also can't breathe the water.
Water, yeah.
Yeah, and you see no immediate way to get back up.
That's really, really, really bad.
Sorry, the dice decided.
Okay,
Game! I'm sorry, I just...
just imagine little Donkey Kong clapping there in the bottom because he loves.
No contest.
Oh.
And
dear.
there's nothing I can. I'm probably too big. Wait, I have a climb speed. I could. Oh, it's tough. Can I
Good thing he
move?
finds.
Yeah, I know. Can I move and like try and climb up the legs of this building? I guess where we are. I'm assuming it's sort of like a building
It's
that's on
a
stilts.
boat, actually.
Oh,
You're
it's
in
a
like a
boat.
Yeah, you're like in a boat, but it's like it's taken on water, so it's like filled with water in the bottom side, but not completely where it's sinking.
Mhm.
Obviously, this is not well taken care of.
Yeah.
And it is currently filled with various other things. There you do see a way up to the deck of the ship, but not back into the main building.
Can I go up to the deck of the ship and then open the door and come in through the door?
You can use your movement to get part of the way there. 'Cause
No,
you're gonna
I'll
have
get-
to,
I'll
you're
get
gonna have
part
to
of-
swim.
Only if you close the door behind you,
I'm
which
Which
gonna
is
have
considered
to
difficult
swim.
terrain.
Only if you
Yeah,
close
it's
the door
Who
difficult.
knocks
Yeah.
on the door so politely?
It's not worth it. I'm just gonna have to drop the form. That is really shitty. Okay, I'm just gonna have to drop polymorph.
You go back
Yeah.
into your fishy form. Immediately, you can breathe in this
Mm-hmm.
relatively clean water with despite
Yeah.
the stuff that's in there.
Okay, so can I then use my swim speed to get back that way?
Yeah, you can totally. You make your way. You basically, I will say for this because there's no map of it.
Yeah.
You go up these sets of stairs, which as you walk on, one of them busts, but you manage to pull your leg out. And you manage to walk up to the deck of the ship, and you can see one of the entryways. Roll
Okay.
a perception check though for me as you're doing this.
Certainly. 11.
You're fine. Yeah. What a lovely night.
Man, loving this RNG. Okay, great. We're good. I guess that's all I can do because I can't go back in,
Yeah,
right?
unfortunately,
I
not
can't
yet.
make it,
Next
no.
turn, you can use your full movement to get back.
All right.
That leads us to the enemies again. The one looks very pleased that the monkey's gone. It's just like, oh, that took care of that. He is going to turn and look to you, Greckle, seeing you suddenly appear and seeing your juicy bird meat. He is going to
Poultry.
go for a glaive attack on you. Ooh, that's a natural 19. That's a 24 to hit you.
Mm-hmm.
And then I need to make a Constitution saving throw. Damage roll.
Ooh, that's a 10.
All right, you take 6 points of damage, and as he slashes you across the chest, you look down and you see little maggots chewing at your skin.
Oh, god damn it.
Whoa.
How many you said it was 6?
6 points, yeah.
Okay.
He kind of whips the glaive into his other arm, spinning it around, almost impressively. And he's gonna go for that was the D10. He's gonna go for another attack. I'm gonna roll a D20 this time. That is going to be a 15 to hit.
That does not hit.
Okay, he swings and you just duck your head out. As you duck, he lunges with his beard and attempts to strike at you. With that, that is going to be a 16 to hit.
That is, my armor class is 16.
Okay, so then it hits. I need to make another Constitution saving throw for me.
It's not my strong suit. Oh, that's a 3.
No, you were poisoned.
I only have 2 spell slots for that, guys. Come on.
You take 5 points of piercing damage as well.
Let's see here.
You feel sick and you feel unwell, and you're kind of trying to claw at those maggots, but your hands are just phasing through them. It's awful, disgusting feeling.
I
The
got
one-
sloppy.
The one, as a free action just for flavor, the one that just got hit in the butt with the bolt, yanks the bolt out and points to you, Tess, and goes, "I'll deal with you later." And he turns to you, Panic, because he kind of has you on the ropes at the moment.
Quick clench.
That is going to be a 20 to hit you. with
Yeah,
the
that'll
glaive.
hit.
That is going to be 10 points of slashing damage, and I need to make a Constitution saving throw for me.
Hang on. Nine.
All right, as you get slashed up the shoulder, you see little maggots as well begin to form. He is going to swing again. That is going to be, let's do this. It's going to be a 13 to hit you.
That's my armor class.
Yeah, he hits, unfortunately. I need to make another Constitution saving throw for me.
15.
All right, you're good. You managed to struggle off. You managed to actually even wipe away some of the maggots. But you do take another 10 points of slashing damage. And he is going to reach out with his beard. Oh, fuck, that's totally going to hit. That's going to be a 22.
Yeah, that hits.
Make another Oh, actually, you don't. You're already poisoned. Well, that's not going to be very much. That is 3 points of piercing damage to you. I lost track. That was the first guy who hit you. Now we go on to the second guy, correct?
I guess so, but as he gets hit with the beard, Panic slumps against the crate and falls to the floor.
Okay, Panic's out.
Ugh.
So then if you're down... Yeah, he's not fond of you, Greckles. He's gonna leap up and immediately beeline it. While the other one is gonna look to maybe eat some of you. Greckles, the first attack's gonna have disadvantage due to Vicious Mockery. That's a natural 1.
Cool.
From beyond the grave, Panic gives a thumbs up. You're welcome, honey.
Yeah. He completely whiffs it and crashes in front of you. As he struggles to get up, I'm going to make the second attack have disadvantage because of the natural 1. That's going to be a 9. He swings and misses again with the glaive, but he does reach out with the tentacles on his face. The beard, and that is going to be an 11 to hit. Totally misses. Yeah, he totally whiffs it. I believe that is all of them. So now, Borky, it is now your turn.
Borky saw Panic fall to the ground.
Oh yeah, you heard him fall to the
Borky's
ground.
like, it's like one of those. Everything goes quiet. You know that
K.O.
You know that sound effect. Borky then grips the blade, and then this blade of mine grows with an awesome power. It's Ogre King inside tells me to defeat you, and Borky activates Reckless Attack.
All right, so you have advantage on your attacks now.
Borky swings with an
11.
Christ!
This one that's kicking your ass is really, really good at dodging attacks. It swings and you miss, but you still have your reckless attacks. You still have another one.
Hit! Stand!
Wow!
Son of a goddamn!
No, you hit. You have advantage.
17.
You have a 17. That hits.
17 hits. Okay, thank Christ.
Yeah.
God in
You're good.
heaven. 14 damage.
14 damage. Nice. He is not looking good. He staggers as he takes an entire slash to the front of the chest. He's like, and he snarls. You see these really infernal-looking fangs.
Am I allowed to activate a different? No, I can't. I should.
Let
I
me
need to
see.
do.
I know the one you're thinking of. Let me double check and just see
If I have to declare it at the beginning of the stage or not, because I'd like to declare it one more fucking time. I'm about to go fucking all out here.
Let me take a look here. I will double check. You want to go into a frenzied rage?
Yeah, I want to go into an orcish,
An ogre, a giant's rage.
Maximum ogre drive.
I will say if you
Ogre
do this, this will take up another one of your rages that you have for the day.
Yep. Borky will activate Frenzied Rage.
Okay, I will let you do that just for flavor, and Panic went down and it makes sense thematically.
Am I allowed to get a third attack?
Technically, that would take your bonus action, but I'm going to say no. You can use this bonus action to make another attack if you'd like to.
Borky's not done yet. Borky's going plus ultra, baby. And Borky swings one more bada. 26.
That's a 26. Was that a 19?
It was an 18.
No, that was an 18. Okay. All right. Yeah, you totally hit.
And Borky swings down as hard as he can. 15 points of damage.
You slice sideways, and you watch as this thing's beard, all the pieces just slap to the ground like dead fish. And then he's like, huh? And his head just lolls over and slops to the ground. Behind you, Zenro, you hear a sploosh.
Oh, maybe it's a fish.
Alrighty. That leads us to Panic. I need to make a death saving throw.
That's just D20,
Just
right?
a D20. No, nothing applied. Luckily, poison doesn't affect your death saves, so.
14.
Okay, that's a pass. Okay. That brings us to... Wait, hold on. I gotta check something here. Doesn't specify? So I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna be nice and say no. Sorry, I just did something. Greckles, immediately as your turn starts, you take 5 points of damage as the maggots are now burrowing into your flesh.
Kids here. Okay.
Brody.
Right. Oh, I hope that goes away at some point.
Hey, I made a monster in the Creature's Codex for Kobold Press that was like this.
You can, if you want, you could attempt to make a medicine check to see if you can stop it from happening. But that will take your action.
Yeah, that's the problem. Sorry. I got sloppy. I should have stayed 5 feet away from him. Screw it. I'm gonna knife him in the face.
Okay.
That's
That will
like
hit.
7.
7 points of damage to him.
Then, let's see. Did I see Panda go?
Yeah, you would have.
Let's see here. Move by 40. No, I'm curious about something.
Hey, Goomba, you're really quiet right now.
Okay, well, I'm contemplating.
He's contemplating,
Yeah.
mumbling.
Remember,
himself.
I have a very small health pool, so I have to be very careful. Greckles is actually gonna whiz dash right back over here. If he wants me, he can come get me.
Yeah, you managed to like run around the hole in the floor. You currently see the chopped off pieces of the beard crawling into the hole too, like almost trying to follow its source.
Oh, that's gross.
It's really nasty. Okay, does that end your turn there, or?
Yeah.
All right, Task, you're up.
Is that glaive from the dude's body that slumped over there?
It's on the ground.
I'm taking it. I need a better fucking weapon.
That is, you will not be proficient with that weapon, I don't believe. Let me double
Yeah,
check.
glaive is a martial weapon.
It's a martial weapon.
Oh my
Yeah.
god. Okay.
It's a two-handed martial weapon.
Shoot
You
this-
can just use it. You can just use it if you want. You're just not gonna get your proficiency bonus to it.
No, because that's mostly how I hit shit. So fuck it. I'll just shoot this dude in the asshole again.
Okay.
I need
Yeah,
fucking
so you-
better weapons. Wait, longbow shit.
It's all good. Force a habit.
Yeah. Eat shit. Oh, 18.
Yep, that hit.
Oh, thank God. All right, 6.
6.
Let me.
Colossus Slayer and Hunter's Mark as well.
Yep. This is how I make my fucking bacon. All right, that's 4 and
10.
and a 1d8. 7.
Ooh, very nice. That's 17 points of damage. Shit.
And I will move over this away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and reload.
Okay. You reload the bolt. As you shot him, he was reaching down. He has Panic's hand in his hand, and he has one of Panic's fingers, and he's going down to bite down on one of them just to eat it. And as he goes down to bite on this finger, you shoot him in the cheek, and it goes through one cheek and out the other, and he just screams and turns to you and drops Panic hand and kind of searches for where you run off to.
Oh, there we go.
That ends your turn. Zenryo, you managed to make your way and kind of run back in.
So wait, there's a door, right?
One
Like-
second, I'm gonna. Yeah. I'm putting
Okay.
you back on the. There you go. You run in.
As I like casually open the door, walk in, I'm like,
you do
yes.
take 10 points of damage as well.
ouch. Okay, that's fine. I got the 8 temporary hit points. Ouch, that still hurts. I'm gonna walk in and be like, "Hi, I let myself in," and immediately cast firebolt at one of the guy in front.
For sure.
Yeah.
Who are you aiming for? Left or right?
The one on the right, who's on the box.
One is on the box. All right.
Yes. That's gonna be 18 to hit.
It does hit. You fling the fireball, and it just kind of across his flesh, and he kind of looks at you and then looks to himself and just goes.
Great.
You're able to discern that fire they're immune to taking any damage.
Fire
from any
bad.
sort of fire.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. The end.
Okay, that ends your turn.
Yeah, I can't. I literally
You
can't do
heal
anything
him
else.
for 18 points of fire damage.
Wait
That
a
was
minute.
awful.
No, wait a second.
Mm-hmm. That was a cantrip, so you could do a second spell if you use a sorcery
If I used
point.
Quicken, but that's really expensive, sorcery points wise. No, I'd rather save it. That's the end of my turn.
Okay, that brings us back up to the top of the round. Let's see. You're juicy.
Oh no. The
Yeah.
juicy boy.
Oh, come on.
They immediately see you enter. The squishy mage like, hello! And they immediately turn and descend upon you. The first one is going to swing. That's fucking a 7. That's not gonna hit. The glaive, you were like, hey guys! Ah! And you duck.
Whoa!
Second one. That's a natural 1. I'm gonna roll severity. That's pretty severe. That's also an 18. As he swings with a second glaive attack, he misses you and you duck again and he strikes his friend.
Whoa.
Does he get maggots?
Talk about bend luck. Jeez, I didn't even use it.
That is 6 points of damage to his friend. That hurts.
Does he get to roll con saves?
I don't know if they're immune to this ability.
Bearded devils are immune to poison.
This isn't poison though.
Oh.
Yeah, this is a maggot.
Maggot status.
Yeah, he'll roll, you know what? Fuck it, for fun, let's do it. He'll roll a Constitution saving throw. That's 15. He passes. He gets slashed across his chest, and he goes, "Offrin!" And the other guy's like, "Sorry, man." Like, just kind of confusing each other. He is gonna go for a beard attack though, on you.
Oh, gross.
That is definitely gonna hit. That's a 22. 48. Oh, 3 points of beard damage. And you get tangled up, and it like kind of makes its way up one of your noses and like rips out some snot and blood.
Gross.
The other guy who gets hit, he's gonna also roll a bunch of attacks. Ooh, that's a 19. That is absolutely gonna hit.
Yes, it is.
That is going to be. It's going to be 6 points of damage, slashing damage.
Mm-hmm.
And I need you to make another Constitution saving throw for me.
I will use Tides of Chaos to have advantage on this.
Okay.
21.
Nice, you pass. I'm gonna give it back to you immediately.
All right, you gotta roll.
Roll a
Oh, wait,
D100.
Okay, here we go.
Here we go.
Play
Here
Despacito.
we go again.
99.
Oh, God.
You feel all of your powers as a sorcerer come back to you. You have all your sorcery points back.
Yeah! Yo, what? Yo, what?
About time we had some good RNG.
Seriously.
Dude, if you get a high or a low number, it's not super fucking great or super fucking bad.
Whoa.
He is gonna swing again with his glaive. That's gonna be a 9. 9 doesn't hit you.
That does not hit me.
And he is once again. You're about to get bearded. There's gonna be 2 beard action here.
Oh, fucking
Chaos,
dude.
chaos.
13. Does a 13 hit you?
Yes, but I will use my reaction to use shield and increase
Okay.
my AC by 5.
Oh,
yeah. You protect yourself from the beard barrage as they're like slapping across your magical shield. And you're just looking at Porky like, like.
I'm like, oh,
Oh, gross!
That will end their turn. Borky, it's now your turn. You're watching Zenrio just he's just currently being bombarded right now.
Borky, seeing this, it immediately just charges full bore, full Orcus rush, just going, whoa! And Borky charges.
Are you going to be frenzy attacking as well?
Yep.
Okay,
Yeah,
reckless
I'm
attack,
still-
frenzied rage.
I still have frenzied rage. Frenzied rage is still, frenzied rage is currently going now. Essentially,
Yeah,
and
so you can use your bonus action to make another additional attack. So you can attack 3 times.
yeah, so I
essentially.
got reckless attack on again. Borky's going all out right now. Yeah!
Okay.
Borky with a nat 20.
Natural 20.
And Borky.
Okay, hold on. Something happens here.
Oh.
Fuck.
What is your strength bonus? It's +5, correct?
Yes.
And your proficiency bonus is +3 or +4?
3.
It's gonna be... He fucking fails. As you run up to the bearded devil, you swing and you hear Ronfalt's voice, and all of you watch as this cascading whoosh of air comes out, and you hear Ronfalt scream, "Go back from whence you came!" And as you strike down, you feel reality around this devil twist and spin, and you watch as the bearded devil grabs onto the ground as he's sucked into this void and cast back into the ethereal plane by Ronfalt's will.
Holy shit.
Oh, I sent him to the Shadow Realm?
Yeah, you just literally Ronfalt just slapped him back into the realm of the devils.
That is crazy. Can I still move?
Yeah, and you can make another attack as well.
Borky rolls over to the guy who's also attacking Zenrio. Borky's got 2 more attacks. Borky swings again. He's not done. Borky's in the ether right now. That's a 12.
You swing, and he sees his friend disappear. He lifts up his glaive to block your attack, and manages to knock your sword away, terrified of this blade now.
And Borky swings one more time. One last one, baby. And that's a 24.
Yep, that hits.
8 plus 2, 10 damage.
10 damage, and that's on, it's on the weaker guy. Very nice. That was very lucky for you. He is gone. Say he's void. He's completely out of the fight. He's not coming back. All right. You swing and you slash across his chest, and he coughs up blood. He's now terrified. His companions have just both disappeared. Borky, that ends your turn.
Yeah.
Panic. Another death saving throw. Failure. 1 for 1 right now. Okay. Greckles, it is now your turn.
Greckles blue blurs it up, jumping over that box to get to Panic.
Okay.
I would assume Panic would have his healing potion on him.
What healing potions? We got robbed.
No, we each have one.
Yeah,
Give
my
it-
dad gave us all healing potions.
He gave,
So-
he gave us
right.
cookies.
So,
Yeah.
I'm gonna dump that right into his mouth.
Put
Okay,
a cookie in the
1d4
mouth.
plus 4.
Put a cookie in the mouth.
Let's see, hang on. 4. There you go, buddy. Got 7 back. That's pretty good.
Okay. Are you back up?
Yep, I am back up.
Okay.
5.
Before you get back up, as you are slipping and slipping into the void of death, your body flipping and winding, you see that familiar mask again. Deep in your conscious. And you're almost forced back face to face with it, like in the woods.
You. What do you want with me?
Appreciate, anticipate, disorder, crushing, crippling, crusade, simmering, starved, depraved, deep, darkness, dissuading, crawl, climb, brave. And it fades as you see Greckle's face holding on to you, kind of shaking you and trying to get you back into consciousness.
Are you all right? Panic, are you with us?
I saw it again.
All right.
I saw it again.
Take some breaths. We're not out of this yet. Greckles is. I've got some movement left.
Okay.
Let's see here. Hang on. 15, 45. Yeah, I can make that work. Well, hang on. Potions was. Potion giving is
Bonus action is a bonus action. So you can't use your bonus action to dash. You could use your action to
Right.
dash. Yeah.
thinking. Tell you what, I'm gonna go for it. I'm actually gonna chuck that hook right at that asshole. See if I can just.
You would throw it? All right.
Hang on, let me get back in my core. Yeah.
Okay.
That is not gonna hit with a 10.
10. You toss it and it lands in the wall.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and that's everything I got.
Okay. You duck back and you kind of panic on the side. Task, you were up, and Zenrio, you were up to follow. Also, Greckles, you at the beginning of your turn, you take 5 points of damage as well.
Okay.
Watch as that fucking upside down arrow just slowly shifts from his beard all the way up to his forehead.
He kind of looks up confused by that, currently holding Borky at bay.
I wave at him to get his attention. I give him a nice little salute and take the shot.
Okay. That will hit.
Yep.
Plus...
Hunter's Mark and... the 1d8. So that is... 4, so that's 8.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's 16.
You wave at him, and he's just like holding up Borky's blade, kind of tilts his head confused, and then chunk, you fire, and there's a thunking noise. And Borky, you watch as he looks up and goes, oh, and then thunk, falls over dead.
I immediately medicine check to figure out what the fuck these grubs are.
Yeah,
right.
You guys are starting to fester, and you watch Zenrio, you kind of collapse to the ground as you are just bleeding out.
Alright, who's massively poisoned? Because I have laceration.
I don't feel so good.
Alright, well that...
Well, wait, is Panic still poisoned?
Yeah, yeah, he would be. You're still running through his veins. It doesn't affect death
That is an 8.
saves. All right, you managed to figure out how to get rid of this with your medicine check. You kind of like almost you take kind of like a salve almost. You guys have got some medical supplies just normally on you that weren't taken from you. You take a cloth and you just wipe the wound with some alcohol, and it actually removes whatever that was. You managed to kind of go over and you managed to do that to yourself. With that roll, you hand off that information to everybody else, and you all manage to treat yourself. You know that the most effective way to get the scars that these would leave as well, to get rid of these, would be probably with holy water. If not, the scars will remain and they won't fully heal. So you might need to consult a cleric at some point.
Borky.
Okay.
Borky really puts his hand on Zenrio's shoulder. Hey, normally not supposed to monkey around there, Zen, but I think this time around it really worked. You freaking destroyed that guy.
Am I conscious? Do I hear this?
Yeah, you're just kind of on your side, like a university student after finals.
Sorry, I kind of went ape.
Oh, it's okay. It's okay. Every now and then you gotta monkey around.
I'm gonna move on over to Panic and hold my hand out for him to grab. This is to help you get up and also cast Cure Wounds.
Yeah, he reaches out and grabs you.
Right on. That's 11 HP back.
All right, I'm back in double digits.
Oh, I wish this had a night mode.
I'm gonna walk over to. I'm gonna walk around. I'm gonna look around. I'm gonna look for the beard tendrils that got cut off.
Okay, they're currently still wriggling, like they're still moving, like there's still nerves in there. The rest of them are beginning to kind of like melt into flame at this point.
I'm gonna salvage as many of those beard tendrils as I can.
Roll, I will say for just this, Panic alone, roll a survival check.
Come on, baby.
The save on this is not going to be terrible.
13.
You managed to get 3 before the rest of them kind of turn into brimstone and ash.
What are the weapons? Are the weapons doing anything weird?
They are simply staying. It seems they remained. They have a vibe on them. Obviously connected to a place that is not of this realm. And even in your head, Bork, you hear Ronfall say, "Do not touch those things."
Borky, real fast, for a moment, just wants to ask Ronfall something, actually. When I hit that guy, I heard your voice boom out. What did you do in that moment to that devil?
I cast them back from where they came. My resentfulness for that of Stillhavity has made me hate all those things that do not exist on the material plane, or those who see fit to prey upon it. I will cast them back with the remains of my will. I will see this place untouched. I'm going to tell you what that ability is now that you've discovered it.
Okay.
So, there's two parts to this. You've learned the first part. This is Outworlder's Banishment.
Okay.
When a creature attuned to Ronfault rolls a critical strike on a weapon hit, if the target enemy creature is a being from another plane, the creature must make a wisdom saving throw or be banished back to its plane. And it's based off of, well, they rolled really poorly. I actually just double checked. It's actually based off of your a 10 plus your strength modifier. So it's going to be a 15 to pass, essentially.
Alrighty.
They rolled an 8, so they
and the other ability is as a reaction, I can phase shift essentially once a day, right?
Yeah, you can impose disadvantage with Western Sky's Howl. You can surround yourself in a channeling Ronfault's Ancient Storm energy. You can surround your body in a whipping mist to throw off physical attacks against you. Once per day, you can spend your reaction.
Am I able to do that before I get hit or after the dice are rolled? I just want to make sure.
Question.
That's just
if I will say this, if I roll a dice and it's like, oh, natural 20, you could be like Western Sky's Howl, and then I'll roll again.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's literally what I would save it for, is to is a second chance. So like Borky, real fast to wrap this up, Borky just says, well, if we ever meet another one, let's send them where they came from, huh?
Just you wait until my edges bite into Stillhavity's spawn. You will be very impressed.
He's got a lot of eyes. And Borky.
You guys hear around.
We should move. What?
You hear like noise, like the music is still playing. It lasts. How long does this fucking last?
How long does this last?
Got all your resources.
Oh, it lasts for a minute, so it fades away. You're good.
Okay.
If it's all the same, if it's all the same to you guys, we need to get this thing out and going. There's going to be guards coming any minute.
Yes.
That's true, but where are we going to take this, though? We taking it right away to the camp?
That's our only option.
It's just, while we're opening, Borky's saying this while we're getting it out here.
Okay.
Okay.
Borky just says, well, here's the thing, though. If it's true that the big giantess, like, she's getting magical items, right, from the Orem clergy, well, it makes sense that she might have our stuff, because they just give it the stuff, and they get the boats, right? So they might have our shit up in that castle up there. So, I mean, if we're gonna try and save Remy, we've got nothing really but our weapons.
Borky, it's literally the 5 of us versus that entire camp, and we don't know what items they got decked out in. You gotta get Remy first.
Yeah, we kind of took a beating there. I don't feel good.
Yeah, you've been healed by you've had those wounds healed by Greckles. You kind of figured out what to do, but you
Tass does not respond, but he bites the bottom of his lip, hearing Borky say, "Hey, all our shit's upstairs."
Yeah, Task, you know that this is not the time to be concerned about possessions.
No, it is not, and it's really fucking agitating, but Tass just bites the bottom of his lip, draws blood, and keeps helping out.
All right. As you guys grab one of the glaives, just to kind of pry open the box, you hear the door thrown open, and you see 2 human men decked to the fucking nines. Like these guys are like next level mercenaries, kind of stroll in with crossbows at the ready, and they go, "I'd stand right still if I were you."
Motherfucker.
Oh,
We're the fishers, and they hold up like an emblem. We'll be requisitioning this item that you found. And as you guys all stand there, you hear, "I belay that order!" And you watch as the dwarf, the quiet man, walks inside as well. And the 2 humans turn and they go, "Oh, leader!" And they immediately kneel to one knee. Oh. Aye, enough with the kneeling already. And he takes a swig of his rum bottle. I've forgiven me, if you wouldn't mind. I didn't fully introduce myself, did I? Jarfek Tidebeard, at your service.
Ooh, that's a name.
Do you prefer the quiet man, sir?
I only when I'm the quiet man. Now I'm Jarfek. But even more importantly, I'm a friend. Put your cross down, boy. Bates jabs one of the humans in the side. He's like, "Oh, sorry, sir." And he puts it away.
Well, we could certainly use more of those.
Well, I suppose I have a soft spot for you folk.
You missed the party.
Borky gestures. Borky gestures to the demon weapons.
Some guys from down under came here.
Well, be taking those off their hands. And he snaps a finger, and one of the humans goes and grabs all the javelins, or not the javelins, the halberds. He collects them all and takes them, and immediately like stumbles and walks over next to Jarfak. And he goes, "Aye, you can take this here, Beastie, but I want you to go with a message."
Which is,
Got a wee crab friend, don't you?
we do.
Oh,
Oh,
we
yes.
do.
Yes, you too. know
Aye.
of crap.
Fishman, watch your tongue. You're in bad company. And the humans kind of look, they don't like you. Zenrio, as you talk, they just kind of scowl at you. You remember
Oh.
that the fishers don't like Tritons.
Zenrio kind
Yes.
of like taps his index fingers together. He's like, sorry.
I see you too
Yes.
know Crabbiest the Mighty.
Aye, the legends speak of Crabbius the Mighty. If
Task
you
is
could
pinching his
pass,
eyes.
if you could pass on a message for Crabbius, might be to your benefit. Tell him that it's time for the big rock to wake up.
Give me a second. Task moves outside real quick, looks to see if there's any small fish that like near the surface of the water.
Roll a perception check.
Here we go.
Fucking
There it is. Sorry. Perception check. Please, it's my best roll. No, 10.
No, it's any commotion has probably scared most of the fish away. And as you kind of run out, he goes, "Aye. Hold your horses there." And he pulls out this little rock. It's like a little rock with kind of like a milky swirl inside. He goes, "You're going to have to give him this. He'll know what to do."
I guess I'll take it.
Yeah, you take it. It's like a weird milky rock.
Okay.
Aye. But you have to tell Crabbius to send it to Coolith Cascadia. I've had enough of that bitch.
Tell Crabbius to... Hold on. So let me write this down real quick. I'm sorry.
Tell Crabbius that it's time for the big rock to wake up.
Right.
Crabbius.
And to send them to Coolith's location, essentially, that giant ship. By doing that, he will let you take this item, this whatever's in the crate.
All right. What was that? What was her name again? I'm sorry.
Coolith. Yeah,
Coolith.
Coolith Cascadia. She is the sister to Sinlas.
All right, cool.
All right, and he kind of tips his hat. All right, gents, we saw nothing here. We'll be on our way. And he kind of turns and gives a wink and keeps going.
All right.
By the way, and he pokes his head in and looks at you, Panic. Hope your friend was rather nice to you.
The whole town heard
limps
it.
over to the submarine.
You guys haven't actually opened it yet. You don't know what's in here.
Yeah, we're still prying away. I mean,
Yeah.
until further notice.
Borky starts
All
pulling
right.
at the edges.
You begin to pull at the edges, and as you pop it open and the thing crashes open, if Bosco is here, we will jump back to Bosco.
Here.
Hello.
Hello.
Bosco.
We are taken back to the night. Oh,
Great.
the rising sun.
Okay.
As you stagger to your feet, now healed, you see shoving through the woods, a sword at his side, Audrey's paladin, kind of panting. Audrey! And she kind of jolts up. And he's like, "Come here." And she is going to decide. She steps forward almost instinctually
Uh-huh.
and then stops. She doesn't keep going.
Am I to my feet?
Yeah, you're to your feet right now.
Remy will step in front of her. He will put out his hands, and then the paladin will see Remy starting to conjure something with his hands as he looks directly at him.
Audrey, you can't pick your own paladins! And he
I'm not
brings
a
out his shield.
paladin. And I cannot allow you to betray us.
I know my faith. I see the perfect world.
Then unsheathe your sword and die like an honorable man.
I will die. Oh! He stops.
Oh.
And you see as a blade grows from the back of his throat past his teeth. You hear Audrey just like kind of grab her face and try to hide her scream, and pulled back, and he slumps to the front, and you see rising behind him a massive orc. Or you'd think he was an orc if it weren't for the massive set of horns and the devil-like features that he displays.
Oh no!
No, for real?
Dad?
He snorts, and you see steam erupt from his nostrils. He has a massive, almost longhorn oxen horn on one side, and on the other side, it's missing. It looks like it broke off at some point. And his head kind of leans up a little bit just as a result of this. Like the other side, to kind of like counterbalance, he crooks his head to one side so the horn is kind of raised up a bit. And he kind of snorts and just kind of whistles. And immediately you see as 8 orcs come out, all that were hiding, and immediately bombard all of you. Kiwi is grabbed immediately. Kiwi's beak is grabbed, and the orc just lifts up Kiwi by the beak, and he's like flailing and kicking. And he can't really scream, but he's trying to punch him, but he doesn't have the like the arm length as he's like swinging, and the orc's like, it's a potato on a stick, kind of like looking at him. You immediately, Remy, are tackled by 4 orcs. Like there's no, you are just thrown to the ground. And Audrey just kind of staggers back. She's absolutely petrified. This is probably the worst day of her life at this point. As this demonic orc kind of steps forward, and she kind of just backs away, and he reaches forward to her, and she just kind of freezes, and he just runs his clawed hand through her hair, just all the way from the crown, kind of pulling back her hood, revealing her hair. He just runs the hand all the way around. You are currently pinned to the ground. You can speak.
Okay.
I will roll a dex save to see if they attempt to stop you, but you can get probably something in if you would like to try.
I would like to if they don't close my beak.
Okay. What would you like to say? Shout out as you're being kind of hog-tied at this point.
Great. Well, then what Remy will get out is, let me think. I gotta make it quick. Cowards! Hands off her!
You're immediately closed up. The orc snorts again with the big horn and the steam coming out, almost like a dragon. And he kind of just grabs Audrey by the shoulder and kind of turns around and kind of tosses her to 2 orcs and goes, this is very, very good. Bring them to the camp. We have much to discuss. Oh, shut up. And he kind of kicks you in the side. We'll treat you nicer than them. Let's move out and set up the traps. As you're being dragged away. Audrey is she's frozen. She can't say anything. She is just petrified at this point. A fucking demon just walked up to her. We cut back to the party as you guys are in the boat, which is now swaying with the movement of the morning waves. You guys... The front of this crate opens up, and you manage to pull off each side, revealing this weird lumpy object wrapped in all these like leather tarps.
Oh man, and here I was gonna sing "We All Live in a Yellow Submarine."
I was gonna say,
damn it,
Remy and the terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day.
Oh
yeah.
So all we see is just like something wrapped in these things.
Yeah, it's like wrapped up. It's huge. Whatever it is, it's massive. It almost touches like the box itself is pretty big, and it definitely like occupied a majority of the box. Like the box was definitely built for that.
Zenrio looks to the other people like with a huge smile, looks back at the thing, says, "Guys, free tarps!" And he starts like trying to take the tarps.
All right, you can totally take those tarps if you want them.
Hey, God, you never know when you're gonna need a tarp.
It could be a blanket.
2 large tarps. They are waterproof. You can use them as a tent as well, or
you could use them as a raincoat. You could use them as a sled. There's so many uses.
What if you like made a tent out of it?
Yeah, you could make a tent.
Gentlemen, we are low on time. Let's get on with it.
Okay. Panic is just pulling off the tarps.
Yeah, let's just go.
You see beneath a very crude yet somehow refined dwarven machine that is a large crab mech made
Can't
of
make a tent out of that.
brass and various different metals, and you can see a glass like front to it. It's kind of like steampunky-ish with valves and various different things, and has these two giant mechanical claws on the front. And as you approach it, you see crawling out from underneath it Crabius, who's like smacking his claws together like, yay!
He was here the whole time. What?
Crabius!
Task, the message.
I kneel down to Crabius and I give him the stone.
Okay.
The big rock needs to wake up. Send him to Cascadia.
Crabius takes a stone in one claw and snips excitedly in the other, and then points to the crab mech, and then scuttles off that hole where you fell, Zenryo, and just you hear. Bloop.
Okay, I kind of poke my head down and I'm like, okay, it was really nice seeing you.
Was he in the
Monty,
box
quick
the whole
question.
time, or did he appear right when we got here?
Would I have, based on the time that I had studying the sky ship, does any of this look familiar?
No, it is definitely not the same tech. And even as you guys approach it, Bork, you hear Ronfalt's voice in your mind going, "Oh, ugh, dwarves.
Why? What happened? Borkin's mind. Why? What happened?
Oh, the dwarves of the old lands were a little too explorative for their own good.
What?
They would
You
make
could-
things like this. And kind of, you can hear his voice, but you can hear him rolling his eyes.
Greckles is trying to find a way in.
Yeah, I was about to
The
say.
top, there's almost like a submarine similar. There's a giant top.
Immediately jumps in.
Okay.
How big is this son of a bitch?
If you guys squeeze, you could all fit inside.
All right, you guys
Okay.
are okay. You guys, I'm gonna have to go in first if we're gonna get in this, and you're gonna have to like slide in around me.
Greckles is already in.
Okay.
He's stoked for this shit.
All right,
All right,
everyone
you
else
guys
in. I'll
all
go. I'll just sit in the
inside.
back.
So
Yeah.
I'll squeeze it. So we're all squeezing in.
Someone's
Yeah,
sitting
you
on
guys
my
are all
lap.
squeezing in.
Someone's sitting on my
I'm-
lap.
As you guys squeeze in, whoever's last to go in, you close. I'm assuming you close the hatch.
Yeah.
Yep.
As I'm squeezed in here, I will loudly start eating snacks, oblivious.
Yeah, that's good. Good.
Yeah.
You're just like,
You're
Like just smiling, staring off,
He's-
just kind of
he's
like.
eating
I've
pretzels.
still
So-
got
He's
I've
eating
still got that
pretzels.
dolphin meat.
for
I'm rolling an investigation. Never fucking mind. Oh my god.
you look down, Task, and your jaw almost hits the floor when you look at the control panel, which I am now showing you.
You eat what? What is the control
So-
panel
Are we
look like?
controlling the
Devine?
Statue of Liberty with an NES Max?
You see on the left side, you see 5 long buttons. Next to that, you see 3 big buttons, a D-pad, I guess, I don't know. A bunch of smaller buttons. I think there's 12 of those. And then you see a spinning dial on the top right corner. So you can like spin it almost like a lottery, like a spin to win sort of thing. And then there's a crank on the lower right side.
Kurt, I can't believe your sister just gave me the Mad Catz controller.
Hey. We're playing this game, okay?
Screw it. Gentlemen,
Mom
screw
says
it.
I get to play next.
Screw it, gentlemen. I'm going for it. I'm actually going to start
If you've
working
been
that
eating
crank.
Doritos, can I
Okay.
play the game next?
You roll a,
Yeah,
roll a
crank that
strength,
hog.
roll a strength check.
Taz
Greckles.
puts a quarter next to the machine.
That's a 5.
As you go to crank it, it snaps back and smacks you in the arm.
Oh, come
Hey,
on.
Borky, give me a hand here.
No, Borky smacks his hand away. You don't need your hand. Watch this.
Borky, strength check or save?
Strength check.
Oh, wait, I had to roll a save.
Yeah, you rolled a save.
God damn it.
22.
Okay, yeah, Borky, you take the crank in your hand and you just and you guys hear this gearing noise. And as you crank it, it clicks and it stops. Nothing happens.
Okay.
What is that thing above the crank?
It's like a spinning dial thing. Like it's like like in game shows they have like the front spinning thing, like the lottery spin to win thing. It's like a little version of that, but there's no labels on it.
All right, well that doesn't seem productive. I'm gonna hit that big ass green button.
Big ass green button. This one you're gonna have to, if you hold down, you can press to indicate what you're touching. So
Okay, hold on a second. I apologize. Yes, that is the
That
one
one?
exactly I want to press.
All right, as you do that, the crank that Borky just dialed begins to reverse, and the crabback begins to move backwards, crushing through the wall in the back part.
Oh, that's not it.
All of you guys get jostled around, like kind of smashing into each other. This thing begins to walk robotic backwards, and it's currently on the pier, like the end of the ship, like just dangling over the edge.
What just pushes the red button?
The red button?
Yeah.
Never push the red button.
As you do, the crank clicks, and the red button, you press it like rapidly, nothing happens.
The blue button! The blue button!
You press the blue button, nothing happens.
I am going to press. Come on. No.
You're on the wrong thing. You need
This button.
That button?
The blue.
This button.
The teal button.
The teal button.
As you do that, you guys are arguing with each other. Your arguments are amplified on what sounds like a megaphone.
Oh, God! No, this is what you do. Borky just looks at the D-pad. Borky looks at the D-pad and presses up on the D-pad.
Thank you.
The the current container you are in slowly shifts looking upwards. The actual machine does not move in terms of its leg movement, but the actual body part like looks upwards. You can now see the night sky.
Okay, so that controls what we look at, but then not the robot.
We gotta look at the bright. Which one's for the bright side of this situation?
All of this is being amplified over the entire city, by the way.
Is the teal? Yeah. Can we push it again to?
Yeah, you push it again and it turns off.
The D-pad is.
I click on this button.
Which button?
The top left button.
As you do, you hear a bunch of hatches open. And because you're looking up, you don't know what happened. But something happened.
Borky presses down on the D-pad to level us up. I get it.
You see a swarm of crabs that has been unleashed from your body.
Oh, sweet!
No.
I click the button. Come back.
No. Okay.
We know crab is.
As you click the button again, the hatch closes.
Beans.
Okay, stop. Everyone stop.
That's weapons. The one on the left is weapons.
The left button is weapons. The little directional pad is the face. It looks like the crank is the charge. Is the green button still pushed down?
No, it's like it responds, so it presses in and it
As Zenrio is listening, he's like, yeah, and his like finger is by itself reaching over to press this one.
Which one?
This one, the bottom left on the series of squares.
Bottom left on
that one, yeah.
one there?
Yeah.
Oh my god. You guys are like arguing and you watch as Zenrio just like, presses that button. You guys are launched into the air. You jump 10 feet in the air, immediately crash back down the ship and slide off and fall into the ocean.
All right.
And you guys begin to
We
sink.
found the jump button.
You begin to sink down deeper and deeper and deeper into the depths.
Okay. All right.
At least we're in here.
Problem solved.
Well, I've
Are
just.
we taking the water at all?
I have just.
You guys are nervous, but it seems to be keeping. And you hear kind of a like this sort of squeaking noise, which appears to be an airflow, which is processing the water to make air.
That's
Good.
okay. All right, real fast, guys. I have
No more button pushing.
Okay, fine. This is like 10 square feet.
One
where
more.
This is happening.
No. See, you sit down. Stop it.
Okay.
You have to figure out what we're doing.
He dejectedly kind of like puts his hand on his fist and starts like loudly eating.
What does the spinny spin your luck thing at the top right? Does it have any indication of numbers or anything to the left?
No, it's just like it's kind of got like a stripe of white or gray.
Okay, let's spin the wheel just one little bit. Everyone good with that?
Yes. Okay. Yes. Spin it.
Okay, spin the wheel down just a little bit.
As you spin it, there's resistance, so you spin it and you spin it and you spin it, and just like the crank, there's a locking noise, and then nothing happens.
Okay. Hold on. Borky tries to move the crank. Is the crank?
Yeah, you can move it again. You begin to twist it again, and it locks as well.
Oh wait, no. Green was back. Red must be.
Red is forward. Yeah,
I
like it.
Let's see.
Do it.
Okay.
All right. Task, you're red, so you may have the orders.
Oh, good. Press.
Okay. It begins to move forward,
Yeah!
falling over the rocks. bits of debris. You
We're
notice
learning.
now some tritons kind of swimming in front of this thing, kind of confused. And Greckles, you see that lobster fishing girl. Like, she's currently like holding a lobster, and as you guys walk by, she lets go of her catch and it like swims away, and she's just watching this giant crab neck just like go on an evening stroll.
I press the teal button and I go,
Somewhere on this.
We're
somewhere
being
on this-
very sneaky.
Remember, this is a stealth mission.
Oh my god, everyone stop! You're gonna get us killed.
As you guys are doing this, there's a fisherman on the surface who just hears, blub, 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 blub. Oh my god, stop. And he's just like, he kind of pulls up his fishing rod and rethinks his life and kind of winds it around and goes home.
Take a swing at this bottle.
Okay. So we have an idea of how this works. Don't touch the left long buttons. Got it.
Okay.
Borky, I hope you got a lot of strength in you, because you may be cranking that.
Oh,
a couple
I
times.
mean, honestly, I have as much strength as the love my friends have for me.
Okay.
That's a lot.
Yeah, I know, right? But for real though, this is really like, how tight are we? Are we like, how Tetris are we?
You
right
guys
now?
are 100% like Task and Zenrio are like on your lap, Borky, and like Greckles is like underneath your armpit, and like Panic is like squeezed up against the side of the wall. It's very tight.
I think artists want to know. I think
It's a sardine can. I mean, you guys can breathe at least, and you guys you can obviously move your arms and stuff, but it's like you are all. It's like a packed movie theater where the seats are like maybe 1/3 or 2/3 the size.
Okay.
Oh, so an airplane. Got it.
Yeah, basically.
Are there any other indicators like a compass or anything like that in the
Not that you see.
all right, so we vaguely know the direction of this place we're supposed to go. Yes.
It's to the north.
Is there a
All right,
moon?
we
Wait,
gotta
hold
go
on. Hold on. Borky pushes up, and like, can we see a moon? What direction
look
does the
up.
moon come up at?
The moon comes up at, I think, left, right?
Okay, maybe left.
Someone roll a survival
I
check,
will.
please.
Thank you.
You do look up, and while you do not see a moon, you do see a rising sun. And using that, you manage to figure out, for the most part, which way is north. But you know, if you go really deep, you're gonna lose that marker.
All right.
So-
Borky presses right on the D-pad. Borky presses the direction of the D-pad.
It turns to look to the right. As you turn and look to the right, you see some very angry-looking tritons now swimming towards you guys.
Oh,
I wave at them
no.
emphatically.
Uh-oh.
They throw javelins that hit this machine, and you hear clunk, 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 as they are like speaking in Aquan, given it's the only language to have underwater currently, and are like kind of barking orders to each other, but you guys can't really hear it because you're in a
Release the crabs!
Okay, because you watch as you press that button, the dial that Greckles had spun swings back, and not only do you release the crabs, you actually shoot the crabs. The side claw opens, and now you see it comes out of the claw. It begins to rocket shoot angry crabs.
Yes! I just rocket piece these boys, yeah!
You basically hear a chung 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 like Gatling gun noise. And you hear her screaming as like this one triton, his like fins are being pinched by the crab. Another one is being like almost like Anthill is like screaming as he's overrun with them, and his body slumps down to the ground. You are currently, you're just sitting there watching this as it happens.
Go, go, go!
No, are we just piloting Heavy Lobster from Kirby?
Yeah!
Borky cranks that thing again. And
All right, you as you do crank it, it actually reasserts your vision back to the front as well.
Okay.
Greckles
How do we
is also
turn?
going
How
to
do we
spin.
turn direction now? Like, we're missing one thing here.
Maybe the blue button.
Wait, let me press it. Please.
All right,
Let
all
me press
right.
it.
Okay, you can push the button.
But only because you asked.
Okay, cool, thanks. I press it.
Okay, you hear the legs go as you guys rotate.
Oh! There
Are
it
we
is.
turning, or is the carapace, or is the chassis?
The legs and the chassis are turning to the side.
Which side?
It's turning currently to the left side, and it seems like it goes as you hold down the button. It turns the whole distance, and then the crank snaps back. as
Does
if
our
it's been used
direction
up.
change?
Yeah, it does. You guys.
There
you
we
guys
go.
begin
I
to
just got to keep cranking that. We just got to go the right direction here. All right, which direction do we go? Which
All
way?
right,
guess we'll go north.
Task rolled the thing, so I'll take direction. So if someone wants to drive, I'll navigate.
Well,
I'll drive.
I'll crank. I guess I'm on the cranks.
Panic, you are on crab shooter duty.
What do I do?
Tell us your life story.
Okay, well, when I was just like a little guppy, my parents were like, "You're gonna get into so much trouble when you're older."
Z, you pick my weapons.
Z, I do have a job for you, actually.
Okay, yeah.
Reconnaissance. Since you can look out into the ocean further than we can, you need to keep an eye out if anything comes at us.
Oh. Okay, yeah. He like presses his face like a child would press their face on a window to see their parents like inside the house. He like
Yeah.
makes his eyes really big and presses his
Roll-
face up.
As you guys are moving forward, roll a perception check.
Okay.
While he does that, a panic. If you need to reload, spin that dial and max it out.
11.
11. You see a form in the distance, a very big form, animal-like in nature.
Oh god.
Oh my god, this is the Reaper Leviathan all over again. Don't you fucking dare do this to me!
Hey, there's something over there. I think his breath is like fogging up the window as he's breathing on it.
You see as Jerry swims up to you guys.
Oh, Jerry! I use Emissary of the Sea to let him know how much I missed him.
Press the teal button first.
All right, you press the teal button and the microphone comes on and
Jerry, you came back. I missed you so much, bro. Oh, are you doing good?
You watch as another of the Collada shows up. Roll a knowledge nature check on this one.
Okay.
Ooh. Oh, okay.
8.
8. It's not the Collada you guys rode in on. It looks female.
Nice.
Jerry got a girlfriend.
Oh.
Well, I guess one of us had to get one first. Good going, bro. I'm so proud of you.
They both swim away out of the distance as you guys continue forward. As you turn forward, you see a massive gap, a rift, a ridge before you.
Whoa, stop it up.
We're stopping.
All right.
Borky
you
slams
manage
that green
to stop. You stop. It's about 30 feet across. You see various schools of fish kind of diving in and out.
Okay.
You see a hammerhead shark actually kind of swim by, kind of curious about what you guys are and the motions you're making, and then swim away.
I suggest we do not go deep inside. I say we go around this.
But the ocean isn't really big.
Guys, something to think about. If the left side long buttons are weapons, and the middle buttons seem to be utility, should we experiment with those?
Maybe we could do, because we had that jumping one, right? Well, why don't we build up some speed and hit that jumping one, and then we jump over?
Do you think we can clear it?
I mean,
It might be.
Borky's
My
wearing,
train-
Borky's wearing a captain's hat. It just might work.
My training always told me to know your tools before you start using them. You gotta know them like the back of your hand.
What, I'm scared one of these buttons. I'm scared one of these buttons is open to hatch.
Zenrio looks at the back of his hand and says, I never really looked at this very hard.
Alright, well, I guess we should at least test a few more buttons. Worst case scenario, Zenrio can cast his... You still can do that, yes? Cast your magic bubble to make sure we can breathe underwater?
Yeah, that's an item I have. Don't worry about it. I keep it with me a lot just in case somebody wants to
Cast, press the red button, the orange button all the way over here.
All right. You hear a and then nothing happens.
Oh.
One of these has to be a light.
That might be a boost.
Try that blue button to the
We
next
used
to
the
the
boost to
teal.
get through.
Yeah. Press.
Good
That one
reference.
Hey, good timing. That's the light. You click it and headlights come on.
Hey! There we go.
Nice.
Hang on. Can I go ahead and...
I'm sorry. I love the idea of one of you guys pressing the button, the lights going on, everyone going, hey!
Ooh!
We need sticky notes.
Can I prestidigitation these buttons so I know what some of them do?
Not really, no.
I can't?
No.
You gotta remember.
You gotta know, yeah. This
I
is
know that.
part of the challenge.
You gotta roll. You gotta play this role, dude.
Pressing orange button up top.
Okay. That turns on the lights inside.
Funk.
Hey!
Oh, nice.
Okay. Press purple button next to orange button.
Slow down, I'm writing these out.
As you press it, you hear, and you almost see the outside glowing, like not like a light, but like something else has happened. You're not quite sure exactly what. You see kind of like this faint magical glow outside.
Oh, dude, is that a shield?
I bet that's a shield. I'm going to turn it off.
We should only use that if we have a red alert moment, though.
Yeah, I turn it off to save power.
Yeah.
It turns off.
Okay. Let's see what this purple one does.
That one. You begin to hear smooth jazz.
Oh, that's
So purple.
Oh, nice. Okay, we're leaving this
nice,
one.
nice music.
Leave
Very,
that
very
one on.
nice.
All right, so what's purple up in this corner here?
Can't wait to pick up girls in my crab.
Yeah,
Wait,
press it.
wait. Time out.
Very
What was the jazz?
well,
What was the jazz button?
Jazz button was here.
Okay, so left purple.
Yes.
Yep.
We are now pressing top.
Magenta.
Magenta button up here.
Okay. As you press it, water begins to pour inside as the hatch begins
Ah,
to
no.
Pressing it.
Okay. Okay.
A fish slaps around inside. You guys are about up to a waist deep of water. As
Son
there's
of
now,
a
like,
bitch! I
fish
knew one of them was
slapping-
that.
You guys can't breathe water. I forgot. Oh, sorry, my mistake.
That's not funny.
It's okay. Everything will be fine.
Everyone, calm down. Okay, let's just
a
not
little
press
funny.
that button ever again.
All right, so I have this. All right, who wants to take the movement buttons? I'll take boost and jump button. We'll do it at the same
I'll
time.
be on crank duty.
I guess I'll do the directionals.
I'll be the eyes. I like
I'm on
Blue
weapons duty.
All right, so this is our plan, Monty.
All right.
We're gonna back up, launch forward, press the booster, and then jump.
Okay. All right. So Borky, you crank,
Crank.
and you guys run, and then as you reach the edge, you jump, and you see a giant tentacle. That was not part of the equation, and you are now being encoiled by a giant squid.
I hit him with. I give him one of these.
What are you hitting?
I'm
God.
hitting the button below the crab button.
Okay, you hear as that noise that you heard earlier by pressing one of the buttons sets off, and you shoot a bunch of lasers out of one of your claws.
Yes!
And it's like a rave, and the smooth jazz kind of gets a little bit more hectic. And then you watch as the squid is sliced into pieces and the parts float away.
I'm keeping it.
We are.
We didn't even. Oh, I didn't even get to.
Greckles is gonna reload by spinning the dial.
Keep our bearings. Keep going until we reach the other side.
Borky hits the booster button again to make sure we get over there.
You guys jettison and you kind of fall forward and like kind of do a front tumble and land. And as you land, a few crabs that were like feeding on like waste matter stop and like clap.
Okay. Time out. What of the utility buttons have we not pushed?
I think this one.
And this one.
And we also haven't pushed this one.
What color is that? Orange?
I think this one.
No, we did that. Did we not?
We did. That's the booster.
That's booster.
Oh, that's a booster. Okay, so we haven't pushed this one and
This one and this one.
This one is the booster. The red button's the booster. The one above it you haven't pushed.
Oh.
Right. Remember, red makes you go faster.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
And
I heard it from
this
an uncle
green
of mine
is
once.
Yeah, look at me. I'm like half red because I'm orange and I'm pretty quick.
All right. Well, we found out one's the hatch. We shouldn't fucking touch that
Of
one.
which?
Let's
Right.
try.
This
Since
one.
we got to the other side, let's at least try one more, but then continue going.
Let's see.
How about this one right here?
You know, yellow's a pretty neutral color. I
That's
mean,
not bad.
All right,
so-
sure.
Yeah.
Okay, pressing the yellow one.
Yep.
Okay, you're up as cup holders pop out.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
Cool. Too bad we don't have any beverages.
Oh, we got all this water though.
Let's push the orange ones. Maybe it'll get the water out of here. Any
Okay, you
objections?
press it.
Press it.
All right, you hear a horrendous grinding noise the entire vessel shakes, and it literally sounds like you're being put through like a hydraulic press, and nothing happens. And you do not know what that did.
Oh my fuck! Don't tell me we just dropped pieces of the goddamn crab.
I'm gonna look behind us.
Maybe that was the clutch.
You turn, you don't see anything except for the bridge that you just kind of leapt over.
All right.
The dead parts of a squid.
All right, turn back. Hey, can we look back up at the sky real quick so I can run a quick survival check?
Yeah.
As you look up, you are now too deep to see.
Oh. So was it roughly this way?
Wait a second.
Well, I rolled a 23. Well, yeah, what's up?
Wait, I have an Orb of Direction. I forgot that I took this. Oh, wait a minute. I reach into my pocket and I pull out an Orb of Direction. This always points to the north.
Oh, Zen.
Zenrio, I love you so much.
I love you too.
Yeah.
Tash like crinkles his hands like about to strangle him and then just lets go and looks back to the controls.
I will turn this crab around.
Put it in the cup holder.
Yeah, good idea. I put it in the cup holder.
All right. You now have a sort of compass now.
I feel like fucking Benson from that episode of Regular Show.
All right. Before we go any further, let's figure out what the rest of our weapons do, so we don't kill ourselves.
Well, we also don't know if they're limited.
Yeah, hold on. So far we've been 2 for 2. Let's just let it be a surprise.
Let's just assume that everything on this side is weapons. I believe that.
Right.
Yeah.
We've got that down.
Yeah.
We had more crabs, didn't we?
We only.
I think so. I think I shot them up.
There's got to be a finite amount of crabs, though.
I pressed the red button. We're going forward.
All right, you guys.
Cancer of endless crabs.
Begin to move forward. As you do, because you didn't find a certain button. You hear a horrendous scraping noise on the back of the crab.
Hold on.
And you hear shifting and moving.
Is the crab harder to move?
You can't move at all. It currently appears to
It's an anchor!
All right, so hit that button. Hit that
push
other.
it.
Well,
Push it back. Retract the anchor.
I didn't see.
No one. It's not the retracted anchor. It's as you've been walking, something has snuck up on you and appears to be like making noise behind and has stopped your movement at this point.
Oh, something grabbed us.
Oh,
yeah,
turn
something's
around.
grabbed you.
Turn
As you guys turn around, you see a massive, like giant shark, like 3 times the size of a regular shark, spin around and immediately come in and tackle the front of the ship. And there's a crack in the front.
Lasers!
Charges.
I fired the base cannon.
Laser button.
Okay, you press the laser button and nothing happens. You hear just clicking noises.
I told you, I hit the button right underneath that one.
I pressed this one.
I pressed the button right underneath it.
All right, you watch as this giant shark is about to attack you. Task, you press the laser button, lasers don't come out, and panic, you just take your fist and you slam on the 3rd button as torpedoes launch out.
Fire everything!
You fire 6 torpedoes into the shark, which then just explodes underwater into a red mist.
I'm keeping it.
We didn't even get to ask his name. Oh.
Turn back around and keep going forward. Just keep going.
You keep going forward. You guys make your way, enjoying some. No, you guys have food.
I have.
I've got that meat.
All right. Yeah, you guys have some dolphin meat. And
I have the cookies that my mom gave me.
You have cookies. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You guys kind of have a cookie break and kind of are just driving together and like kind of walking over.
Is there any other? Wait. Is there any other button we haven't pushed?
Oh yeah, there's tons you haven't pushed yet on the smaller button side.
Yeah, the smaller button side. Okay, we've done the orange for the lights, teal for the speakers, blue for the lights out, light purple for the outer glow exterior, which we think might be a shield. Left purple was jazz. Purple on the right opens the hatch, do not touch. Bottom right red is the booster. Bottom left yellow is the cup holders. The bottom right is we don't know. What haven't we hit?
I think we haven't hit the reddish orange one.
Okay, you guys want to go for it?
All right.
Listen, I have pretty good luck. Let me do it, okay?
Okay, all right.
So the which one?
Oh, hang on. Eeny,
This one,
meeny,
right
miny,
here.
mo. Catch a Triton by the toe. If he hollers, let him go. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. My mother says to pick the very best one, and you are not.
Task grabs his wrist and uses his finger to press it.
Okay, the red button, this one here.
Yeah.
You watch. Does anybody speak Dwarven?
No.
No.
Wait, do I?
No.
Everyone,
Wait, hold
check
on.
their languages to see if
no.
you know Dwarven.
Oh my
Absolutely do
god.
not speak
Hold,
Dwarven.
hold on.
Watch it be a tutorial.
Please, it's a tutorial in Dwarven.
If it was a tutorial the whole time.
I
Uh,
think we'd understand it.
Nope, common and draconic.
No, Chitane. All right, you guys hear a very aggressive-sounding dwarf shouting something at you over the sound of the smooth jazz currently.
Wait, Borky grabs the hilt of Rodvolt. Rodvolt, do you speak Dwarven?
No.
All right, I got nothing, guys.
Just angrily. The worst part about this is that no matter how many times you press the button, it just restarts that recording.
Oh no.
And it
Oh.
lasts.
Oh no!
Oh, it's the fucking Mr. Rossetti button!
And it lasts for an hour and 20 minutes.
Ah!
And it's not quiet. It's very loud.
Push. Okay. Do we want? Okay, the bottom right orange is the only last one. Do we want to push it?
I'm just
Sure, fuck it.
None of these
Bottom
have been
right?
self
No, the last one is this one you haven't touched. Everything else has been touched.
Okay.
Okay, guys, I'm just worried. None of these have been self-destruct. It is the last button. I'm not saying this might happen, but I mean,
What the fuck is a
It's
self-destruct button?
just facts, you know? I mean, one of them has to be it.
it's a button that blows up the thing. I just assume everyone would have
How the hell?
Why
do
would
you
they
know
have
that?
Why would they have a button to self-destruct? That makes no sense.
Why do they
Yeah,
have
good question, but they put them in all the ships anyway.
What the fuck is a self-destruct button?
It's something I've just coined the term of.
All right, fine. We just won't bother pushing it then.
No, I press it.
All right.
Okay.
I
as
don't
you
believe in
press
the self-destruct button.
As you press it, over the glass is this sort of like illusionary magic. And you watch as there's a circle in the center and it kind of like echoes out. And as it echoes out, you see little dots in various spaces.
Oh, it's sonar!
Oh, it's sonar.
Oh, it's pretty.
And as you guys do that, you see boop, you see a bunch of little things, like you see fish swimming by, you see a couple sharks swimming by. Then there's a big dot.
That looks.
Gonna-
Is it getting
Gonna
closer?
reload that dial.
How much bigger?
About compared to a shark, I'd say maybe 4 times as big.
Turn and look towards it.
I ready my hand over the weapons.
You see a large female form make their way through the mist of the waters.
Oh.
I am going to see if she notices you, because you left the lights on.
Turn the lights
Turn those
off!
off
Turn the lights off! Turn the lights off!
Lights are off. Lights are off.
As you are just like, you notice her and you're like, oh shit, you press the lights. The moment the lights disappear, she turns and looks and sees this glowing console and narrows her eyes. She looks like Sinless, but way more like battle hardened, and she starts to move forward, and that is where we're gonna jump back to Remy.
Yeehaw.
So I'm sorry, guys. I can't compete with the console of buttons.
As the sun begins to rise, Remy,
Oh,
you
God.
were hogtied. You
Damn it.
were kind of tossed inside of basically just like a hutch sort of cage. Like if you weren't tied up, you could easily escape it. And like your eyes were also covered as you were led inside this wherever you were. You remember stumbling. You remember hearing lots of brutish voices, and you remember smelling just really disgusting, just a disgusting odor.
Gross.
And you kind of hear some. Do you speak Orc at all?
Orc? No.
Okay. You hear kind of voices going, like kind of like talking between themselves. And you eventually feel a very forceful set of hands grab you and lift you to your feet. You are now feeling much better after Audrey's healing. And you are forced out, and you hear "Kulaktar," and he kind of shoves. You're shoved forward. You still can't see, but as you kind of stumble out of this space, and you can feel the sun now beating down on your brow, you feel the wrappings around your eyes pulled back, and you look out, and you see a very simple but well fortified orc encampment, probably housing about in terms of numbers, maybe about 15 orcs.
Okay.
It's not huge, but what weirds you out is it looks like there used to be a lot more people here. There's a lot of...
Go ahead.
No, you go ahead. That's...
It looks like there used to be a lot more people.
Yeah, there's like lots
Okay.
of empty huts and lots of empty like living spaces, it looks like.
Do they have any identifying markers like banners or markings or anything like that?
They do have a
Okay.
banner. It looks like what it is more like it is a banner of green, or not green. Sorry, a
Okay.
banner of blue. A banner of blue, and hanging above, like they kind of have these sticks hanging up. They have the banner hanging, and then on top of that, in every single one is a set of jaws from a shark.
Okay.
And you notice too that the poles that these flags are on are smeared with blood.
Okay.
You also see some very strange creatures mulling about and chewing on the ground.
Okay.
If you want to roll a knowledge nature, you can attempt to identify them.
Please.
I have to find them because I lost my tab.
It's all good. Assuming I even make the roll. Here we go. Knowledge nature, you said?
Yeah.
18.
They are called aurochs. They are just
Aurochs?
giant, really bestial-looking oxen, almost.
Oh, jeez.
They're huge. It's absolutely massive. It's twice the size of a standard bull, and it's currently eating. You see some females currently being milked by an orc at the moment.
Okay.
The
What are
horns
they called again?
massive.
They're called
Aurochs.
Aurochs? How do you spell that?
Ourochs.
CHS. Thank you. Aurochs.
There
Got it.
are 3 males that are huge, and it looks like maybe about 5 females and a few babies.
Baby. Oh, little babies.
Spring.
Got it. Okay.
And as you kind of stare, you feel the tied fabric on your mouth kind of being just pulled off. One of the orcs looks at you kind of dead in the face and goes, "You cast a spell. I'll break your beak."
You break my beak and I'll break your...
My what?
He cut out.
You break my what?
Cut out.
I think he lagged.
Yeah, he lagged.
Oh, Remy will say to him,
If you break my beak, I'll break your face.
Roll an intimidation check.
sure.
Well,
19.
Ah!
As you say that, the orc kind of like looks up to the orc currently kind of like shoving you and goes, "I like him." And kind of walks back to what he was doing.
Oh man.
Remy knows how
Klingon logic.
orcs work at least.
Klingon logic.
Yep. He knows how they work. He's got to at least try to earn their respect.
You step through mud. You see various different orcs. You do see some female orcs who are just decked to the nines. They look almost as scary as the men. All with weapons. Every single person here has weapons, including the children. You see a few orcs that are maybe 6 or 7. But you know with orcs, they tend to mature really fast. That kind of have axes and bows on them. Eventually you're led to this main big wooden building, which you would know is kind of like the main sort of like longhouse. And you are kind of led forward, and the orc says to you, I gotta grab his name, of your friend you just made.
You made a friend.
I made a
Oh,
friend.
Remy, you made a friend.
Any quotations. He shoves you and he goes, Cruel Headhorn wants to talk to you. And he kind of Gruel Hellhorn.
Hellhorn, okay.
Rule hell.
Yeah.
I'm sure he's a nice man.
I'm sure he's very nice.
I thought his name was Cruel Hellhorn. I'm like, ah, fuck this guy. Okay.
Well, no, just gruel. You know, like grueling, torture, and punishment.
Gruel. That's how you spell it. Gruel Hellhorn. As you
Oh,
guys
okay. That makes more sense to spell it that way.
Yeah. As you walk inside, you see kind of a mixture of different things. First of all, the smell here hits you pretty hard. It smells like mud. It smells like low tide, just naturally, and it smells like dead fish. As you enter this place, it smells like blood. And as you look on one side or the other, there's various different sleeping mats essentially, with a bunch of orcs that are all just very badly mutilated. You notice the most... Actually, roll knowledge medicine.
Medicine? Could it be survival?
No, medicine. This
Darn
is
it.
for
Okay.
wounds. It's wounds and
Got
health.
it.
So
I missed 3-5. 5.
5.
They're fucked up.
They are. They're
That's-
really fucked up. As one of them kind of rolls over on the bed, you see that he's got a nasty burn, like all the way up his neck and down his chest, and that one of his arms is just done. Like it's gone. It's been crisped off.
You said it's a burn wound?
Yeah.
Does it look like it's magical or like somebody actually like hit him with like a torch or something?
Because of that medicine check, you don't know.
Gosh darn it! Can I roll knowledge arcana on him?
I'm gonna say no
To
because you
kinda
had your chance.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah. You are brought
Okay.
forward, and as you look forward, you see currently in this like animal skin throne with like 3 sets of those auroch horns kind of embellishing this throne. You see sitting there currently, his tail kind of swung around. He does have a tail. Gruul Hellhorn currently being flanked by 2 orcs, and sitting on her knees on the ground next to him is Audrey, who's just trying to hold it together. She looks unharmed,
Okay.
but she's having the worst day ever. And he is still just kind of stroking her. He's petting her like a cat. Like, it's really bizarre. He's kind of doing it absent-mindedly as you kind of walk in. And he goes, oh, there he is. You grab the potato. And they throw in Kiwi as well. Kiwi gets, like, tossed in like a sack of potatoes. He's like, oh!
Is he near me?
Remy! He's tied up, too. They have, like, they double-tied him for some reason. Probably just because
I'm still tied up, but I can talk, correct?
Yeah, both of you are on your knees currently in front of this guy. You're able to talk, and
Can I stand up? Or am I like forced on my knees, like somebody pushing down on my shoulders?
They push you down. You get the sense if you get up, you're probably not going to be up for very long.
Got it.
Mm-hmm. You are currently an audience. Roll a knowledge. You don't even have to do this. You are familiar with royalty. This guy is the fucking leader. You are standing in front of their leader, and he's literally got his sword like next to him. This it's flat on one side, like it's like a broadsword with like a smooth edge on one side and then like a jagged, like wobbled edge on the other. It's a very wicked looking weapon. And it's a black iron of some kind. It's very intimidating looking.
Mm-hmm.
And he kind of points the blade down and he's just kind of leaning there. He's just kind of imposing his power and his strength towards you as you are set before him.
Okay.
He waits.
Remy's gonna look him in the eye directly.
Okay. You see these deep red crimson eyes with the pupil almost like slits, like a snake eye.
I was told you wanted to speak with me.
Mm-hmm. If I may ask, I have a deal for you. I ask you a question, and you get to ask a question.
I accept your terms.
Why were you tied to that post in the camp? My scouts saw you.
I was a prisoner of war.
And he looks down to Audrey, who's just kind of frozen there. She's not moving. And yet... Very well, your question for me.
What tribe do you belong to?
The blood of Ganache. And he smiles, this big, prideful smile.
Of Ganache?
Yeah, blood of Ganache tribe.
Okay.
We were once a different name. Then we splitted. Then we regrouped. Then we split again. Only the blood of Ganache prevails. He spits on the ground. He kind of takes his hand from Audrey and scratches his chin. And then sets it on his side of his chair. He stands up. You are a prisoner of war. So you are at war with these fire throwers.
We were attacked on the open sea, an act of war.
To whom?
For me, it's where I come from, the city of
There's mumblings amongst the orcs as they kind of...
For your information, that was 2 questions.
No, one was a question, the other was clarification. He kind of leans back, answers yours, kind of rolls his eyes, and then reaches over and grabs what looks like some sort of like drinking stern of some kind, and he kind of just drinks it.
Why are your numbers so thin?
He sets the glass back down. He looks back to you and he goes, our other leader, Sneglak, saw fit to turn away from Nash and our ways and worship a false god, or a god that we should not be worshipping. The one of sun and fire, a weaker, lesser god. You see Audrey kind of bite her lip. He took most of our women and some of our men. He's making them work for those humans. Not us, though. We are the strong-willed. We are the true orcs. And you hear a bunch of hurrahs and kind of like chest pounding as he says that. Now I ask my question. Why did they keep you alive?
Because they needed my assistance.
In what? He laughs. Very well, ask your question.
What do you wish to do with this other leader and the betrayers of your tribe?
Gut him and mount his head on a spike.
Then perhaps when we're done asking questions, I may have a proposition for you.
I don't know if I can fully trust you. And you watch as he takes his hand and he grips Audrey's head, his claws digging into her skin, based on the company you keep.
It is your question.
Why were you useful to them?
Because the land that I come from, I hold sway.
What
the
land
that I Belithia.
They all mumble. I do not know this Valanthalol.
It is far from here. But even the city of Alavast, I hold sway. Or at least they may believe that I do.
This city. We have raided the local villages and heard them speak of it before. Am I to be known that they have built around that thing?
You'll have to clarify what you mean by thing.
The crystal, the thing that was there.
Do I know what he's talking about?
Roll just an intelligence check.
Okay. 6.
You have no idea what he's talking about. You're kind of thinking about, like, what is he talking about? He gets kind of frustrated and grips Audrey's head a bit tighter, and you hear her go, ah, ah. He's kind of like standing up and kind of holding her.
They built around the core of the city.
That thing has been there for millennia. It's a cursed place. He sits back down. He's still holding on to Audrey. He kind of goes into thought. Why would they build around such a thing? We are going to rally forces and get our people back. For now, you are a prisoner. You are our slave, as they have made slaves of our brothers and sisters. And this, and he kind of shakes Audrey, she will heal my men. And if she does not heal my men, she will die like her brethren. And the potato, and he points to Kiwi, who's just like, ah! You will entertain us with your goofy body and your strange, disgusting form. Kiwi's like,
flip note dance.
I could try.
Kiwi, just be quiet.
We will use
Yeah,
Kiwi.
all right.
We will use Kiwi to dust.
He stands up, he lets Audrey go, and kind of requisitions her off to another orc. Goes, go heal that one, and kind of shoves her. Kiwi is also dragged away, and the large figure that walks up. I want you to roll a knowledge religion check.
Okay.
for me as he gets close to you.
Please, 15.
15. Okay. You have in the earlier stages of living in Alabas, you have done mercenary work. It's been a while, and this might also be in Valithia because this is also a thing. There are times where creatures, orcs in particular, will drink the blood of gods, essentially, is what they call it, tainting their own bodies. This orc is what's called a Tanaruk.
He's a Tanaruk?
He's a Tanaruk, yeah. Which essentially is an orc that has had influence from a demon put inside of him. Or he was born naturally like this because someone in the past had done the exact same thing.
I would know lore-wise that tieflings are also part demon or devil, right?
Yeah. This is like tiefling, but on a very like intentional level. For the most part, besides ones that are born. You even know that some orcs will kill like the offspring of Tanaruks. Like they don't want Tanaruk sometimes because they become too monstrous. This Tanaruk is very level-headed, despite the irony of him missing a horn on one side. The fact that he straight up hasn't just killed Audrey and killed you is kind of impressive to you. And as he stands up, he goes, "Put him in a more secure cell." You are led through this house, and you are basically put inside of a larger cell. I want you to roll a perception check for me.
Okay. Is it sight?
Yeah, it's advantage.
Oh, bless. 22.
Okay. You see as you're walking two things. The first thing you see is a painting done in blood. You assume a creature's. It doesn't look like human blood. Which depicts a fight between a mass of like mouths, which with your religion roll you would know is Ganesh. The sort of like viscous, mouthy demon of some kind. And it's currently fighting with what looks like almost like a marionette robotic thing. I want you to roll a knowledge religion for me.
Ooh, I really hope he can figure this out in game because above game, oh boy, 11.
That's just what you need. You need above it.
Oh, thank God. Okay.
That is. You've heard the little construct log talk about this figure.
Okay.
That's Oriara.
Okay. Thank God I fucking rolled that because I was like, above game, I know this.
You see, crudely drawn is a depiction of the two of them locked in battle. There's a huge fight. And as you look at this mural, you see that Oriara was struck and a sword had fallen down onto the material plane. It's kind of what you're able to discern. And then as you proceed forward, you see in like the most kind of trying to interpret it the best of ways, you see and are able to interpret that Ganesh was locked by a machine built by Oriara, essentially. Like she won that fight, and Ganesh has been basically held back by her. And you see just like sad orc faces afterwards, like orcs in agony and sadness, seeing that, their beloved god had been, bested. The other thing you see as you're pushed back, you see Gruel's room. You are able to discern that it's his room because it's the biggest room, and it's filled with crap. Like it's got like furs everywhere. There's like a nest in the corner. It's not really a bed. It's just like a nest. But the one thing which is bizarre to you is in perfect like standing order are a bunch of perfume bottles that are empty and all like lined up with each other, like in display. It just kind of takes you a minute. You're like, huh? And you just get shoved forward.
Okay, sorry. Say one more time what I saw in there, just so I can, because I was typing.
You saw like a nest of furs, which is probably where he sleeps. It's a huge thing. You see furniture, nothing really crazy, but the thing that stands out to you are these shelves. There's like shelves upon shelves of empty perfume bottles, of like crystalline like glass containers, beautiful vials with like like made in the shape of like an elven woman, and there's like probably at least 100 of these.
Okay. Okay, got it. As
you are led forward, you are shoved into a cage, but also handed a meal. You are given a haunch of what looks like a leg of maybe turkey or something. You're not sure. A bit of what looks like a kind of like a colorless stew, and they give you a container that has like a ladle and water in it, so you can like ladle out water and drink it. Weirdly enough, better treatment than the United Clergy of Orin. They provided you something more.
The guy that shoved me in here, is he the guy that threatened to break my beak?
No, that was like another guy who was just like working with the animals. He just came over to challenge you. This other one seems a lot more quiet. He's kind of got similar hair to Borky, except for shorter. So little ponytail on the back. And he's got mutton chops, like you would not believe, like black, thick mutton chops. One of his tusks is missing, and he's got a big scar running down where that tusk is missing. So obviously he got hit hard by something a long time ago, and he shoves you in.
Thank you for the meal.
He kind of turns around and leaves. He doesn't care. You kind of sit down there, and as the sunlight rises, you are left by yourself. And off to the distance, you can hear general shouts towards Audrey. Her trying to be like, I'll do it, just relax. Like, kind of trying to ease their tensions. And as the sunlight creeps in, you kind of duck a little bit from its glow as you take a rest. And that is where we're going to end the session for tonight.
Awesome.
Oh, boy.
All
right. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Yeah.